Ho! Yep, round number 2. Looks like everything's working. All right. Back on. And there's Dr. Piper. Audra Blankenship. Amazing Grace, who came back even after dissing me for about 25 minutes. Amazing Grace, the passive-aggressive rodeo clown who shows up every day dissing and trying to act like they're above everybody, but doesn't really work. All right, so yes, we're back up now, and what do you mean? What do you mean the pic's backwards? What are you talking about? How can it be backwards? I think your screen's flipped. It's impossible. Okay. All right, so right before we were rudely interrupted, we found out that the, let's see. Well, actually, I wanted to look up that other case, right? The one with the, let's see. Body found in Colorado, not Kelsey Berreth, all right? I wanted to take a look at that one. Oh, that's Daily Mail. Forget it. Oh, crap. Let's see. Body identified. Colorado, not. Okay, maybe this is it.
Family members reported 23-year-old LeBrea Jackson missing on December 23rd. Aurora police said she was last seen in the 12,700 block of East Mississippi that day.
Okay, let me just see if there's even anything about her. It's like people go, oh, so it wasn't her. Okay, forget it. Like, what do you mean? Now we've got another unsolved case right here, right? I want to see if there's any articles about when she went missing. God, I bet you she wasn't even in the news whatsoever. That sucks. Well, what I'll do is I'm gonna put this on the side and look into it tomorrow, right there. So I've got it on my desktop right there. All right, now somebody named Sandy on Facebook. Let me see if I can find her. This is pretty weird. This guy right here, seriously, some weird shit. Yeah, Sandy Reed. She always sends me stuff all the time. This guy's like a complete nut job. I'm just trying to find that. Huh. Well, maybe that's... Maybe it wasn't Sandy. Gosh, that's kind of weird. Must have been somebody else. Hold on. Let me try to find this. Well, let's just go over this. He's on Facebook, so we can look him up. He's got some really disturbing pictures. A Union City man was arrested early Tuesday morning after an undercover sting caught him trying to have sex with a minor. The Randolph County Sheriff's Department says an undercover detective posing as a 13-year-old began talking to 46-year-old Charles Eldridge. So let me see if I can find him on Facebook here. I was looking at him earlier. God, I wish I could remember now who the hell sent me that. Oh, maybe this is it. Hold on. No. Oh, that's right. Was it Teresa? No, it wasn't even that one. Oh boy. Could have sworn it was Sandy though. So we sat there and talked about it for a while. Wow. I think I must have had aliens on my computer because I can't find any of the stuff I was conversing about with people earlier. That's so weird because I was almost 100% sure that that's who I was talking to about it. Well, anyways, this guy on Facebook has some pictures of almost like a slaughterhouse where he's chopping up meat and bones and so forth with knives. I mean, it's really disturbing. So if you can find his Facebook page, his name is Charles Eldridge. Let's see, 46-year-old Charles Eldridge on social media. They eventually agreed to meet up to have sex. Let me see if let me make another attempt. So this is in Indiana, okay. These are all everybody I was just looking up right there to try to find it. Oh, is that? No, that's not it. See, none of these I could find it on just right away. Like a million of them. Oh, by the way, here's this really cute, this is what blues like, by the way. Look at this. This is what Chihuahuas do. Look at that. See, that's the thing. That's what the Chihuahua did the first time I got one. That's just what Blue would do. He looks like that, too. But look at it. It's like, hey, I like the scratchy of your face, right?
Oh, my gosh. She never does this when I'm here.
See? That's how Chihuahuas are, okay? So if you don't have one, you should get one. They're the best. All right. Man, look, that guy looks so much like Blue. It's crazy in the face. All right. Yeah, here he is. Look at this guy. Look at him. He looks like Mo and Larry. Hey, look at. So you got. This is what he has a picture of here. What is this? And then somebody said, "What is this? These are tools to destruction of body, like a hacksaw, these little hammers and bats and shit." You see this? And then look at this one, like an actual skeleton where vultures are eating it, if that's real. But I mean, he put that on his page, right? So there he is right there. This is the pedo. Well, it's not really a pedophile, but you know, like a child molester. I'm sure there's people saying, oh, maybe he's the bridge guy. Yeah. And then you'd say, well, why is that? Because he's got a goatee? But who knows? You know, he was with a 13-year-old, so... They say they took him to the Randolph County Jail to question him, and he told them he had done sexual acts with another minor younger than 13 on multiple occasions. Eldridge has been charged with 2 counts of child molestation, 1 count of attempted child molestation, and 1 count of child solicitation. This case shows a great example of why our investigators engage in this type of proactive policing. It's kind of like that show To Catch a Predator. Sounds like a similar kind of sting operation. So anyways, might want to keep an eye out on this guy here. Let's see. Okay, this is one. Remember the other night we were talking about this case with the this guy who killed the parents of his girlfriend, or his wife, I guess, and other people, and they found her body in the backyard. So we take a look at that. We don't have a reason why or anything like that. Can you guys hear me at all? I'm not sure why this isn't making noise. Yeah, I'm sure you can hear me. Interesting. Let me load that up again.
Nicole Avancic. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson is joining us live.
Not sure what I did differently there, but
he's in Pasco. Has just confirmed the name of a 4th victim whose remains were recovered this weekend. 3 victims were found in a home in Tarpon Springs New Year's Day. We reported a lot on that. We now know that this 4th victim is Jamie Nicole Avancic. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson is joining us live tonight. He's in Pasco at the Pasco County Sheriff's Office with this update. Jeff.
Yeah, good evening, Keith. Tarpon Springs police told us several days ago that Jamie Nicole Avancic was missing, and they feared for her safety. The Pasco Sheriff's Office has just told us that Avancic may have been killed up to a year ago. With ground-penetrating radar, cadaver dogs, and anthropologists from USF, Pasco Sheriff's deputies searched for human remains behind this home in Port Richey. The team uncovered a body on Sunday. The medical examiner now confirming the remains are those of 21-year-old Jamie Nicole Avancic, who may have been murdered months ago.
At this point, the investigation indicates it may be as long as a year ago.
Wow.
And so
at
this point, we continue to...
Didn't know where she was? Or?
Work to do in the investigation.
The Pasco Sheriff's Office says Shelby Neely, who also goes by the name of Shelby Svensson, has admitted to killing his wife, her parents, and her brother. Rachel Pagan lived next door to Neely and Avancic in this home and says Neely told her Avancic had moved back to Ohio.
He told us in the driveway that she had went back to Ohio for medical reasons. And we had never seen her again. Never.
I see.
We'd never seen her pack her stuff. She left the babies with him, he said.
Those 2 children are safe and with officials in Ohio.
If you're like me, then you like to get done. So, when I need to grow my business, I use Fiverr. I found a designer for my logo, a programmer for my website, writers for my content, and more.
All right, sorry.
Nice.
Somebody just commented on that video that I just finished and said, hey, sorry I missed the show, see you later, but I just wanted to say, hey, no, I'm back on again. That kind of just broke down. My set did. So let's take a look at this press conference here.
Can have been notified. At this point, we're working with the medical examiner's office. The remains are with the medical examiner's office at this point. The preliminary investigation indicates that the cause of death is violent blunt force trauma, which resulted in her death. Shelby Svensson is currently in custody up in Ohio. It is our intention to charge him with homicide. At this point, we continue to work with the state attorney's office to identify what those specific charges are going to be and any secondary charges that may be with that. So to recap, what happened that led us up here to today is that back on January 4th at 2:24 a.m., the Tarpon Springs Police Department was conducting their investigation into a homicide that occurred in their jurisdiction. They contacted the Pasco Sheriff's Office, and they indicated to us that their investigation had information that there may be a body at 10930 Norwood Ave buried in the rear of the residence. So at that point in time, patrol deputies from the Sheriff's Office responded out to the residence in Port Richey, secured the scene. We notified the major crime section of the Sheriff's Office. They responded out, and as light
where's Blue?
Came from Pasco County here. So we had the our cadaver dogs. We contacted the anthropologists at USF. They responded to the scene, and we started a systematic excavation of the back of the residence on Norwood Ave.
Okay. My wife was fixing the blue pillow. There he is. Oh wow! Now he's alive.
And at that point, we did some neighborhood interviews.
I'll rewind it. Sorry.
Owners to get some more background information. We continued to coordinate with the detectives up at the Tarpon Springs Police Department. And at that point, we did some neighborhood interviews to try to see if we could get some more information about the residents at that location. So what happened at that point was, over the course of the next couple of days, we worked on excavating various areas of the back of that residence. And then last evening, into yesterday afternoon and into this morning, we were able to positively identify the remains as being Jamie's. And at this point, we're looking to the state attorney's office, and we'll coordinate with them pending the return of our suspect, who's up in Ohio, as I mentioned, and at that point in time, justice will take its course.
Colonel, do you have an approximate time or time frame for which he might have been killed?
At this point, the investigation indicates it may be as long as a year ago. And so at this point, we continue to, there's still an awful lot of work to do in the investigation. So we're going to be backtracking what happened in that interim. And at this point, it looks like it.
That's weird. So he killed him a year ago, put him in the yard of the house that the family lives in, and then he goes back and then kills the rest of them a year later. That's crazy.
So that's all part of the investigation, but at this point it would appear that through, he was able to just trick them into thinking that she was unavailable, she was somewhere else, and unavailable.
But she's buried in their backyard.
And so that kind of progressed over that period of time from the last time that she was seen to what happened down in Tarpon Springs.
You know a couple of children.
So we don't know that. That's all still part of the investigation. The most important thing at this point is that we know that they're safe.
But nobody ever called from the family to report her missing, or before Tarpon Springs Police contacted you January 4, there was no incident report in Pasco County saying that you had a missing person or anything of that nature?
No, there's been no contact. Even going back a couple of years at that residence, the only thing that they had was, prior to our arrival there on the 4th, was there was a suspicious person or somebody running through the backyard. Other than that, there was nothing.
Did anybody indicate why this happened at this point?
So this is all still part of the investigation. And what we're going to have to do is try to backtrack what some of the rationale or the incentive to do this, but at this point we just don't know.
Is Mr. Svensson or admitted to killing his wife?
Yeah.
That was
all right, Richard.
So part of the initial information that's conveyed to us was that he was cooperative up there. So to what extent that was Tarpon Springs' investigation. So he indicated to us, or to them, and they conveyed it to us, that he had.
So he did acknowledge that he committed this murder of his wife?
In Pasco County?
Yes, sir.
Let's get Blue another squeaky toy.
Will do, will do.
I'm sorry?
Do you believe she was murdered at that scene?
At this point, all indicators are that she was.
When was the last time he had access to that scene?
Not sure. So the investigation up to this point indicates that he vacated, or they vacated the residence, he and his kids, probably close to a year ago. And he's been in various places in the area and elsewhere, so he has not been at that residence since then.
See, it's cool. They're answering a lot more questions than other people do.
We don't know.
Do we know if the other relatives that he killed in Tarpon Springs, if they were pressing about what happened to Jamie and maybe leading to their deaths also?
That would be speculation. The Tarpon Springs Police Department would be a better entity to ask them. So we've been focused on the excavation and trying to find the remains of Jamie the last several months.
Oh, so maybe that's in a different spot. Okay, so her body's in a different place.
They're very young.
Her family told us that she had threatened to leave with the children around when she was killed. Can you confirm that at all?
So I don't know what they said specifically, but the investigation at this point indicates that she had conveyed to some family members about a year ago that she was planning on leaving.
Is there anything in particular that's, it's alarming, I guess of course it's alarming, to have somebody missing for potentially that long of a time. And I guess sort of reinforces the importance of welfare checks, and that sounds like that's what initially caused what happened in Tarpon Springs to be uncovered. Is that a message that you have for the community?
Well, sometimes during the course of people's lives they get a little bit disconnected, and so there may be separations from time to time. I think this is a situation where you had somebody who just engaged in just horrific criminal activity. And, I don't know that.
Hey, thank you. I can't see the name. Hold on. Oh, Jim Nething. Thank you.
Gray, I hope I'm doing a good job as a freak.
Of course you are, Jim.
That's
Jim Nething's probably
part of the investigation, but
you know. What do you guys think? Isn't he the nicest freak there ever was?
So he was making statements to the family. That
I mean, I'm definitely no Jim Nething. Let's put it that way.
That's part of the investigation.
He does a good job.
To confirm whether that did or did not occur.
Do you know when he or the couple got to Florida?
I don't know that for sure.
Any more questions? What's next? What about extradition?
Well, so that's a process that the Tarpon Springs Police Department will probably be working from their end, and then when he returns back to Florida, we'll coordinate with the state attorney.
Jim Nething is the freakiest, Bella Blue said. Hey, old Ma Frazee. Old Ma Frazee. Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Must be Patrick Frazee's
Any other
mom.
questions? Thank you very much.
Well, that's a kind of a weird one there, huh? I mean, it's weird how there's so many crazy stories out there. You know, like that. This story's nuts right here, but nobody really talks about it. How come? Really? I mean, this lady's missing for a year, buried in somebody's yard, and then he goes and kills the whole entire rest of the family. It's insane. Okay. Let me see what this one is. Okay, that's the same. That's that same story. Okay, now I think you guys remember this one from a couple weeks back. I think. Let's see. Yeah, do you remember this one? This girl? And remember, she was at her house, and then when her mother called, there was I guess, two black friends over at her house, and her mother was like, "I don't know who they are. I don't want them there." And then she disappeared, and then the boyfriend's car was taken off of the keys were taken off the counter, and they drove away. You remember that? Right. Well, she was found. See, that's what I was thinking, that she left on her own free will. You could tell. But apparently today she was found. And we even remember we had the interview with the mother and I think it was grandmother and the dad. They were all in the parking lot giving that interview. Okay, so that's good news. Right? She was found. And I don't really, the reason she left, probably just typical teenage crap, She'll probably claim she was held against her will, but I don't think so. Although, of course, that anything's possible, right? So, all right. Good news there. Now, here's another wild one that you're not going to hear anywhere else, probably. So, juvenile daughters charged with fatally stabbing and shooting their mother at a Mississippi home.
Have you been in a car accident? Hi.
And I'll be skipping this ad in 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and skip ad. Thank you.
A Pike County woman is found brutally attacked, drenched in blood at her home this weekend. According to her family, she died at the hands of her own children. Roslyn Anderson has the latest.
Family members say a Magnolia woman was attacked inside her home where she was stabbed and fatally shot. She then died in the front yard. Her two daughters are now in custody.
She was stabbed in the back. The knife was still in her bag.
Robin Coney is devastated by the horrifying way her niece, 32-year-old Erica Nicole Hall, was killed. According to Pike County Coroner Jason Jones, Hall was stabbed multiple times in her upper torso and back, also suffering a gunshot wound to the chest. It happened at her mobile home at the intersection of Lawson Road and Magnolia Holmesville Road.
I'll see if we can find that. Right? That's what we do. Should be pretty easy.
Deputies arrested her 14 and 12-year-old daughters.
The girls,
I mean, these kids are going to grow up to...
When I drove up, they was...
How much you want to bet that the kids will get, like, once they turn 18, they'll be set free, no record or anything like that. But really, I mean, if you kill your mother at that age, you're not going to be a normal person in life. That means there's something wrong with you. She took their cell phones away from them, apparently, for doing something wrong, and that was their response, to kill. Okay? Psycho.
And Magnolia Holmesville Road. At her mobile home at the intersection of Lawson Road and Magnolia Holmesville Road.
Was it Lawson?
At the intersection of Lawson Road and...
And where is this located? Mississippi. Okay. And what town is this in? Let me get that music back up a little bit. All right. So I guess this is in Magnolia, Mississippi.
Wound to the chest. It happened at her mobile home at the intersection of Lawson Road and Magnolia Holmesville Road.
I think I can see it actually right here, almost. So this is Lawson, this is Magnolia Holmesville Road. kind of thinking that's going to be it. Let me take a look at this. See that? It's it looks like, okay, so just try to picture what I'm seeing here. See, you got the brown roof, and then this is a porch where it sticks out, right? So you're going to have a little square from the top. You get what I'm saying here? Now watch. Right there. So I think that's exactly what we're looking at. As a matter of fact, when we go to Street View here, I bet you anything it'll look very similar to what we just saw. Now this is old, man. Look how old this is. But yeah, I think that's it. See, let's look at 1, 2 windows, and then one on the edge. In there. And there you go. There's the one on the end, and then 1, 2. So that's the home that she was killed at.
The front yard. Her 2 daughters are now in custody.
She was stabbed in the back. The knife was still in her bag.
Robin Coney is devastated by the horrifying way her niece, 32-year-old Erica Nicole Hall, was killed. According to Pike County Coroner Jason Jones, Hall was stabbed multiple times in her upper torso and back, also suffering a gunshot wound to the chest. It happened at her mobile home at the intersection of Lawson Road and Magnolia-Holmesville Road. Deputies arrested her 14 and 12-year-old daughters.
The girls, you know, they was like, when I drove up, they was like, TT, we didn't do this, we didn't do this. And I was like, okay, if y'all didn't do it, where was
hit the damn like button.
That was doing
Jesus.
Did it.
14-year-old Amariana Hall was charged as an adult with murder. The 12-year-old's name and charges are not being released. Family members tell us Hall was home alone with the 2 girls Friday night when an argument occurred.
It was her gun. It was in her car, so they had got it out. So I guess when they was doing all that to her, she was probably trying to get to her gun to fight for her life.
Hall is also the mother of a 16-year-old and a 1-year-old. Coroner Jones said an
get her gun to
autopsy
shoot her
scheduled
kids.
for
I don't know
Tuesday
about
morning.
that.
Amariana Hall is being held in the Pike County Jail on a $150,000 bond. Her preliminary hearing is set for January 22nd. In Magnolia, Rosalind Anderson, 3 on your side.
Wow, that's crazy. Jesus. She was stabbed repeatedly inside her mobile home before she staggered outside to take her last breaths in the front yard. I don't know if that's her there or not, but I don't think so. She was stabbed in the back. The knife was still in her back. The 42-year-old is devastated by the horrifying way her niece was killed. The girls then drove up. They were like, TT, we didn't do this, said Connie. And I was like, okay, if y'all didn't do it, where were y'all when the people that was doing it did it? Family members said Hall was home alone with the 2 girls Friday night when the argument occurred. It was her gun. It was her car, said Coney. So they had got it out. So I guess when they were doing all of that to her, she was probably trying to get her gun to fight for her life. After the murder, I don't think the mother would have shot her kids. She might have used it to say, hey, don't come any closer. I mean, I don't know. I just can't imagine her shooting her own kids. Well, to be honest with you, nothing surprises me anymore, okay? So the 14-year-old's name was released. That seems weird. But the 12-year-old won't because she's a juvenile. Well, isn't a 14-year-old a juvenile? That's a little weird. Alright, so that's the spot right there. Just out in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Man, that's a nice house right there. And that image is from 2014 right there. That street view is probably 2007, I would imagine. It's almost kind of strange that there's even a shot of the spot. Okay, let's watch this same story. But
Say okay to the best deals in the upstate.
Richard K. Chevy Buick GMC Cadillac on the 28 bypass just off Clemson Boulevard in Anderson.
This is the scene of a shocking murder investigation in Pike County. Neighbors say a 14-year-old and her 12-year-old sister killed their mom just days after she took away their cell phones.
See?
This is 14-year-old Mariana
cell
Hall
phones
wearing
were
a
taken,
tank top
so they
and
killed her.
jeans in her booking photo. Authorities say Hall and her 12-year-old sister are charged in connection with the killing of their mother. Deputies found Erica Hall unresponsive in the front yard of a house on Lawson Road, south of Magnolia, late Friday night. Paramedics rushed Hall to a local hospital where she died. Investigators say it looks like Hall was shot at least once and stabbed several times. According to witnesses, after the girls killed their mom, they dragged her body to the other side of the car so that anybody driving by wouldn't see it. Investigators say Mariana Hall has been held in the county jail on a $150,000 bond, charged as an adult with murdering her mom. Reporting from Pike County, Ross Adams, 16 WAPT News.
wow, unbelievable. And also, we've got something in the Kelsey Berreth case. Oh my God! Let's see what we got here. This is by Fox 31. If it plays, but it looks like the FBI agents have been searching. Well, let's go.
A multi-state investigation into the Berreth homicide. It's agents in this area right now seeking evidence. More specifically, I'm told that they've been snooping around a tiny town just outside Twin Falls, Idaho, called Hanson. Now, Hanson only has about 1,000 residents, and honestly, folks there are a bit free.
Why do you think that, Santa Star? See, Santa Star just jumps in with, so I'm the only one who thinks the mother might have been abusing them? You know, could have been aliens too. We just don't know. I mean, what makes you think that? What evidence at all made you say something like that? Anybody can say might have done anything. A million people. You can say might have this, might have that. But there wasn't one shred of information in any of those news articles or anything that we read that said anything about the mother abusing anything. There was nothing about that. So we can sit there all day long and pretend that there's, you know, other, like, oh, wow, geez, am I the only one who thinks that she was abusing? Yes, you are the only one who was thinking that. Okay? I'll say that right now. You were the only one that was thinking that. And when you realize that, that's one of those things, just keep it to yourself, all right? Because there was no evidence whatsoever. And if you're right, it's pure luck. It won't be based on anything. Okay? So come up with some kind of facts of some kind, and then come up with a theory like that. Like if you heard some neighbors say, oh yeah, I see her beating them all the time. Okay, if you see that, then make that comment. But you just sort of said that out of nowhere, and really it's just one of those comments that creates drama, and people start going, yeah, wow, yeah, maybe she did beat her. Well, there's nothing in there. Nothing at all in that article. Okay, what it sounds like is the typical spoiled, rotten kids that you have these days who the phone was taken away from them, and they're so attached to it, and they weren't able to talk to their besties that they came up with a way to get back, and they killed their mother. That's what we all just saw there. Okay, there has nothing to do with anything about the mother abusing them. There wasn't mentioned whatsoever in any of that. Okay, now if you're right, it's pure luck. Okay, because nothing showed up in there. So don't come back in a day or two, well, it turns out that she was abusing them, and you go, see, I was right. Yeah, you were right because you just got a lucky guess in there. There was nothing indicating that whatsoever in any of the articles or news or anything. So if you find something like that, let us know, and then we'll all start changing up our theories. All right?
Out by the possible developments in this Berreth case. One of the town's own, a resident, a 32-year-old nurse who's on leave from a local hospital, on leave because of homicide
But see that?
task force.
I don't have anything against you, Sandestar. I really want people to do that more. I don't like the silly sort of dramatic comments, you know? Like, there's really no reason for it. Okay? And yes, I'm so mean.
Has been asking some very specific questions about that nurse's schedule and whereabouts over Thanksgiving, the time period in which Kelsey
And here's the thing is, you can say it a million times too. Like, I'm for freedom of speech. You can say it a million times, but when I see it, I'm going to say something about it. You know, I try not to do that ever. You know, I might say, well, I guess it's possible that, you know, but the thing is if you say, is it possible that? That's sort of the out that everybody has. Yes, it's possible. But what made you think it? Well, I don't know. I just... See, have something... if you say, is it possible that? At least have something to back up the whole, is it possible that comment. Right? So you might see that and say, so what we heard was that the phone was taken. Like, you might say... You know, is it possible that the mother took away the phones and and told them they could never have it again? You know, maybe you could say something like that, right? But to say, is it possible that the mother was abusing them? Okay, sure. I mean, you have to say yes to the question. Is it possible? Right? And then once you give the person the yes, it's possible comment, they go, yes! And they run with it, as if you just gave them this great backing of acknowledgement. Well, thanks, Joey. Right. Because I literally could say, is it possible aliens did this? And if you believe that there's other life in the universe and that there's some life out there that is more advanced than us, then perhaps they have visited us. And as a matter of fact, we played a while ago the CIA guy that was on CNN who described that he believes that we've been visited. Well, then you must then admit that it is possible that the alien is actually the one who did this. Okay? And I have absolutely no evidence at all, and if I turn out to be correct, it will be pure luck. Yeah, well, Jess Z, that's not at all what you misread the whole situation right there, okay? And I'm going to be however the hell I want to be on here, because it doesn't matter if you know the case or not. I don't know the case either. We're just sitting here and we just saw it for the first time. 2 different articles. Not one article mentioned abuse by the mother. Okay, so yes, it does allow people to be dicks. Okay, and if that's what you consider me to be, that's fantastic. Don't watch my videos anymore. I don't care. Do you understand that, Jess? Okay, great.
Fox 31 spoke with an acquaintance of the nurse today and learned she's been divorced several years, has 2 kids in a local elementary school. Until a few weeks ago, that nurse mom was very involved in her son's school activities. Lately, she's not been seen around. Now, we've left messages for that.
See, this is the same reporter that one time he said that the FBI told him they found I think she was talking to me, Sandestar, not you. I don't think you could be, right? I mean, you anatomically... Well, how do you know, Gray? I mean, aren't you being really insensitive there? Maybe she happens to be... Look, hell, you can't even say the words anymore. YouTube probably... Let's see. Yeah, well, I'm the one that was acting a certain way. So, no, I don't know what that means. I'm saying people might just be claiming chiming in and are trying to catch up. I don't think so. It wasn't worded like that. It was, am I the only one that thinks there may be abuse here? It made it different by saying that. Because that means she heard the same stories we all heard and then jumped in with that. Well, you know, that's Sandy's Star isn't, am I saying that right? Sandy's? She's not ignorant or anything. That's just a comment people make. Listen, whenever I see something and I comment to that person, everyone else doesn't have to jump on a bandwagon or something, okay? I'm just saying what I'm seeing. Right? You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to win, Jess. Now you're playing another little game here. Drama. You created drama when we had 0. Okay? We had none. We were just talking about a case. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay to speculate, but as you know, in here we speculate based on a known fact. So what I'm trying to understand is what fact in any of the articles made it seem like the mother was engaging in child abuse. Is it purely the fact that the 2 kids killed her? I wouldn't doubt if they claim that. Right? Who's this Amazing Grace person? They always come in here and try to get me to do what you know, it's like passive aggressive. It's crazy, you know. It's amazing shit, really. What's with the cheeses? I don't know what that means. What's with the cheeses? Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I don't even know what you're talking about.
More specifically,
how about move on with a smarter question?
A tiny town just outside Twin Falls, Idaho, called Hanson. Now, Hanson only has about 1,000.
Well, the mom probably had a gun because for protection. You think she had a gun to shoot the kids with? Come on.
One of the town's own, a resident, a 32-year-old nurse who's on leave from a local hospital, on leave because a homicide task force has been asking some very specific questions about that nurse's schedule and whereabouts over Thanksgiving, the time period in which Kelsey Berreth was killed. Fox 31 spoke with an acquaintance of the nurse today and learned she's been divorced several years, has 2 kids in a local elementary school. Until a few weeks ago, that nurse mom was very involved in her son's school activities. Lately, she's not been seen around. Now, we've left messages for that nurse.
Hello, Jay for Justice.
Called. We tried to check in with her ex-husband to get any kind
You missed all the other stuff. Isn't that weird? Jay for Justice shows up right when I talk about Kelsey Berreth, but we've been covering 2 hours of other cases. But all of a sudden, she must have like a radar for Kelsey Berreth or Chris Watts.
FBI is seeking, but so far, we've received no comment. Chris Halsney for Channel 2.
All right, Chris.
Like you just missed this story here a minute ago. Jay for Justice, since you're around, we'll do it again. Look at this one here, right?
This is the scene of a shocking murder investigation in Pike County. Neighbors say a 14-year-old and her 12-year-old sister killed their mom just days after she took away their cell phones.
All right, here we go.
This is 14-year-old Amariana Hall wearing a tank top and jeans in her booking photo. Authorities say Hall and her 12-year-old sister are charged in connection with the killing of their mother. Deputies found Erica Hall unresponsive in the front yard of a house on Lawson Road, south of Magnolia, late Friday night. Paramedics rushed Hall to a local hospital where she died. Investigators say
it wasn't rude, Jay. That's what we always joke around about it. The Chris Watts case, right? That's what I always say. I'm just saying that it was weird how you showed up right when I only did like 30 seconds of a Berreth case, and then we had covered 2 hours of like 4 different cases prior to that.
Looks like Hall was shot at least once and stabbed several times.
That's just your perception.
According to witnesses, after the girls
killed
their mom,
I always make
they dragged her body to the other side of the car so that anybody driving by wouldn't see it. Investigators say Amariana.
So basically, what the girls did was the phone was taken. The phones were taken from the 14-year-old and the 12-year-old for whatever reason, And those phones were so important that they started stabbing their mother over and over again, and then shot her. Then, while she was outside, she died and had a knife stuck in her back. Then they drug her body and stuck it behind that vehicle that you see right there. All right. Hey, thanks, Josie Smosey. All right.
I love listening to your videos while at work. First time catching you actually live. Thanks for keeping my workday entertaining.
I guess I didn't know how to read that in the tense it was supposed to be in. Yes, I do live. Okay, that is true. I do live. You see what I'm saying? Poor Streamlabs. Okay, it read it. It's the first time catching you live. Well, hopefully you catch me live often. This is in Mississippi. The 14-year-old, it seems like they're charging her as an adult because they mentioned her name. She has a $150,000 bond. The 12-year-old, his name isn't out, and she's being treated as a juvenile. But can you imagine? Like, what was going through their brains that they would just stab their mom? You know, it just sounds like that's sort of the typical... No, I mean, I can't say typical, but it's the mentality of kids today. They're so entitled. And I can just see it getting to a point in some people where they just go over the edge, go nuts. You know, oh, I get to have my phone. How dare you take my phone? I mean, when I was a kid, if my mom said anything, it's just the way it was, you know. I mean, we got spanked all the time. See, spanking and all that crap worked, okay? Now you got, if you even touch a kid, they call CPS because they're giving these little cards out at school, basically. And so they can just get away with whatever the hell they want to. It's ridiculous. You know, I've never even been in prison or arrested or anything. And the thing is I was spanked all the time. So maybe it worked for some people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what do you mean don't get on that topic? I'll talk about it all day long. I'm right on this one. Okay? All these sort of new kids that are just, they're just so pampered. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah, it is necessary, Jay. I think it is. Okay, I wish parents could go right back to spanking like they used to. It works. Yeah, well, you go teach that somewhere else, Jay. I'm not interested in learning your technique on this channel, all right? Yeah. So I think that, you know, spanking kids now, it's when the parent gets a little too, you know, there's some that go overboard. You know, and those are the bad ones, right? But I got spanked all the time. Wooden spoon, belts. My mom's the greatest mom there ever was. You know, that's the one I was telling you guys about before. Right. Well, that's your opinion, okay? Right, I get it. But I'm not here to debate that with you. I'm just telling them what I think, okay? And, you know, I guess you don't have to agree. You can go do a whole show on that yourself, I guess. I just was bringing it up for a second there. But I 100% disagree with you. I think that some of the liberal mantra bullshit that society's been fed the last 15, 20 years has really turned our society into garbage. Okay. Yeah, wooden spoon. What's going on, Black Eagle? Are you all right? Yeah, I agree with spanking 100%. Yeah, I think you know, I'll tell you what's disgusting is that kids are given the number for like CPS to call if they're spanked, and then CPS goes over and Goes, did you spank your kid? Okay, we're going to have to take your kids away for a little bit. Really? You're a joke. Okay. Yeah, how about we give them to the Hart family, you know, so they can drive off a cliff. Yeah. That's right. All right, so what was the other one? I'll do a recap for the earlier cases. So the other one we're talking about was the... okay, I can just do a recap of this one. I think this was just like Thursday, right? So in this case, Michael Swearingin and his girlfriend, or not a girlfriend, somebody, I guess they're just friends at this point. Jenna Scott. They were over at his house, Michael Swearingin's house, right here. And right there, yeah, so you notice how the house became, it showed up once the satellite imagery caught up. So this is January 20th, 2018, so about a year ago. So finally this house was built. And apparently they were last seen about 4 o'clock, and then at 8:30, the friends, well, they went missing, and then the friends went over to the house, and they found out that the surveillance camera at the house had been deleted at 8:30 at night. And so they tracked the cell phone. I don't know what the order was, but they tracked the cell phone, and then they were able to locate the vehicle, which was way over here. Not there, excuse me. Right here. In this town about 60 miles away, if I recall correctly. The vehicle was right here at this intersection, and then the cell phone was a block away on the ground, I guess. That's where they found it. Maybe it was in a bush or something. But they were able to locate the phone, and then there was text messages sent that same night. So they determined that the cell phone, the surveillance cameras were deleted at 8:30, and then at 3 o'clock in the morning, text messages were sent from the phone, and those were believed to be created by somebody other than the people that were missing. And that's Michael Swearingin and Jenna Scott. Okay? So that at 3 in the morning, those text messages were sent, and they are gone. The car was found unlocked on a street right here, and I can just see that something happened to them. Somebody just dumped the car there, maybe threw the cell phone on the ground. I don't know. But it turns out, later we find out that the woman named Jenna Scott, who lives right here, so she lived pretty close to Swearingin. I mean, look at this neighborhood that Jenna Scott lived in. Would you like to live in this one? I mean, it's almost like a military base. It's crazy. Look at that thing. Right? And apparently she had an ex who's 44 years old. He's an MMA boxer and trains women to be able to combat domestic violence. But apparently he doesn't mind having domestic violence on the people he dates. Okay, so he had a restraining order against him from Jenna Scott, and he had actually broken into their house at some point. Right. Are you guys still talking about spanking? I mean, really? I mean, spanking works, everybody. Wow. It really does. I remember not doing things because I didn't want to be spanked. Right? I never hated my mom or anything like that. Right. So, did you follow that along there, Jay? A new case here? I know that, you know, Sometimes you like to stick with the same ones, but this one's pretty interesting right here. I was telling Oni about it. You guys should check it out. It's interesting. Yeah, so she's got a restraining order. Now, she's actually has 8 arrest records herself. And one of them was even domestic violence against her family member. But she had a restraining order against this guy. He's in jail right now, and they're missing. Right? Yeah. That's what it sort of feels like. He didn't even have to hit me. Right. Right. Man, still, you guys are still talking about spanking, though. The person who is in jail right now, according to that article, is this Cedric Joseph Marks guy. He's the MMA fighter that she was dating, I guess. You know, or the Tinder. Apparently, he was a ex-boyfriend, but maybe they met on Tinder. I don't know for sure. Yeah, no, that's not the one that's in jail. Yeah. That's the case, though. Jenna Scott. And I've seen the father did an interview earlier. He was on, and then there was another interview that they were going to go live. I saw that one, but it didn't really have any new information. You know, the family members pretty upset. You know, all the different interviews that I've seen, people are really upset about this whole thing. I don't think they were dating either. The Michael Swearingin and Jenna Scott. Sounds like they were just friends, apparently, but they only lived like 2 miles apart. Right there. Now, I didn't see anything on steroids, but he did kind of look like he was a pretty big guy. Cedric Joseph Marks. He lives in Killeen. Cedric Joseph Marks. Now, so apparently this is him right here. This guy. Yeah, so he's a real fighter, you know. And see, I don't know if they just arrested him today for this, but they said that he's in custody as of Tuesday evening. So that the way they worded that made it sound like they just arrested him for the break-in into her house. You see what I'm saying? Well, that's one of my only other theory is that they left on their own free will and made it look like they disappeared, but that seems less likely than something actually happened to them. However, you would still have to delete the surveillance footage if you were the one that was leaving. Maybe, what if this is a scenario that almost, you know, makes a little bit more sense even than what I just said. What if the guy is trying to help her escape and sort of get away from the stalker type guy, this Cedric Joseph Marks character? What if Michael Swearingin, Jesus, hard to remember to say it. What if he's actually, because he seems like a really good guy, and he's helping her escape and just made it have this whole elaborate look to it, but she's actually elsewhere. See? Something like that. So that's just sort of like a side theory, but I don't think that that's very... well, I don't want to watch a movie just so I'll say a name right. I know it's Swearengin, right? Yeah. Or a show. I think that's a show, right, Deadwood? Yeah. I think I've meant to watch that one. I heard it's pretty good. Oh yeah, and she does have kids, so yeah, it sort of throws that a little loop into that, or a little wrench into that one a little bit, doesn't it? It's like, you know, why would she just leave her kids? Yeah, but even if, let's say they were the ones that left. I mean, it's a little bit weird to send a fake text message to. I mean, that's like an extra step at that point. But you would have to also hide the surveillance footage because it would show you just leaving casually, right? So you'd have to do that either way. They said they were going to hang with some friends in Austin, and then something happened, and then the car ended up in Austin. Huh. Well, I don't think... Is that where they found him? The car? Yeah, I guess it was Austin, yeah. It's in a bad neighborhood of Austin, though. So, that's weird. They were going to go to Austin anyways, but then the car ends up in Austin... supposedly in a nefarious way. Right, isn't that weird? Sylvia, yeah, we were talking about that earlier. It's weird that... How ironic is that he taught women's self-defense classes at his boxing gym, yet he's stalking women, breaking into their homes. At least her home. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so if you... But the thing is if you delete the surveillance footage, if you were trying to make it look like you were... You know, something nefarious happened to throw people off, you would have to hide the surveillance too. Because if the police showed up, they say, no, they're fine. Look it, they got in the car, they drove over here. You know, so you'd have to do it either way. It has nothing to do with the police. I mean, you're... the bad guy would try to be... You know, they would have to remove the surveillance so that the police wouldn't be able to identify him. But at the same time, if you're leaving on your own accord, but you want to hide the fact that you're just leaving to make... But you want it to look like something bad, you would also have to do the same thing. You'd have to hide it. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, did Blue just show up right there? I didn't see him. Oh, there he is. He stuck his head out, looks like. Okay, discerning light. What does that have to do with what we're talking about, though? I guess. So discerning light came in with a comment unrelated to anything that we're talking about. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think the ruse thing, running fox, is not very good odds. I'm just saying that, you know, the facts are there to make that a possibility. Yeah, my email address is in the description of every video that I make. Gray. I'll put it in the... chat, okay. Right there. So what I'm saying is, let's say she was being stalked by this guy, and she needed to figure out a way to get out because he wouldn't leave her alone. She feared for her life. You know, it's a little bit similar to the Melissa Pesky case, right? She was fearing for her life and she left. So what about, in this case, they left, but they needed to make it look believable. But then where's the guy, right? Like, what, you know, he didn't have anything to run from. Was he going to show up one day and then throw away? Or maybe they just needed to free up a lot of time to get her as far away as possible, situated, and then he'll show up and say, I'm not going to tell you guys where I was. She's safe now, though. Something like that, okay? Let's hope it's something like that. Some miracle just like that. Are you okay? What do you mean? Yeah, we do the what ifs on the facts all the time. Savage realist. You sound like an idiot. Yeah. Yeah, you can do what if like that based on the facts, right? See, that he didn't even listen to what I said earlier. I did exactly. I'm not being hypocritical. I'm doing exactly what I said. I'm saying what if based on the facts, right? Now, if I just started saying what if aliens came down, that kind of shit, then yes, I would agree with you. I'm sure they could check that Texas girl, and maybe they have. I don't know. Oh, jeez. Savage realist should get a brain. That's what I think. Let's see. Like he's one of those people that doesn't listen to what people say. I said yes. I don't mind what ifs if you use facts to base the what if on. You know, like earlier, like to bring up the example again, when somebody said, what if the mother was abusing them? Or does anybody else think they were abusing them? And then it's like, well, based on what? There's nothing in there. Okay? That's the difference. All right. Now, Savage Realist is one of those passive-aggressive types, so see you later, bud. Have a good one. Good luck. Find one of those other channels that like your shit that you pull. You're so mean, Gray. No, I'm not a Capricorn. Hey, look at that. It's Raven, the drone guy. Yes, I'm a Libra. Gemini is almost everybody that I've ever dated was a Gemini for some reason. I don't know. So what do you think of this one, Jay? Isn't that kind of a weird case? Do a shot of what? Vodka? I did buy a bottle of vodka the other day, but I didn't drink any of it. Called the Tall Grays. Yes, I've heard of the, there's different, yeah, I don't believe in a lot of that shit, though. Lemon drops? I don't know if I have any. Yeah, I did buy, I think it was Grey Goose vodka, though. That's for sure. I would only probably mix it with, maybe I'll have one. I'm going to go get one. Why not? I haven't had one for a long time. All right. Hell, let's see. I think I do have a Grey Goose in there. I'm going to have one right now. Hold on a second. Why the hell not? I always forget to have one. So Actually, it's Sky vodka. It's not grape juice. Sorry. Yeah. All right, hold on a second. Oh boy, all right, that was good. All right, freaks, there it is. It's actually kind of a strong, I was just noticing there isn't a lot of color to it. So where's Jay? Hey, you should come on, Jay. Let's do a, what time is it? 12, I'll do this for a little bit. I'm gonna do a all right, let's see. This is just for Jay here. All right, maybe I'll do, let me see if I can do this. I don't know if this works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm gonna do a zoom. You want to do a zoom, Jay? I got one right here. Wow, that looks weird. Yeah, let's see how this works. Weird. It looked my camera doesn't fit that great on there. All right, I'm gonna put it in there for you. Here we go. I'm not calling a number. Yeah, I'm just putting it. No, this one right here, not the number on the screen. I gave you the in the chat. I don't know why that's on the screen there, but. All right, let's see. Yeah, I definitely don't want that one. That's where you get the nut jobs calling in. Wait. Oh, there you are.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me see if I can do this. I set up this thing once. Yeah. Yeah, see, I think I've got it set up where, yeah, it has your picture there, and then I just need to get my my picture on that same. So let's see, both. Hold on, I'm just gonna make it the same size. There, look at that. All right, everybody, there we are. We're on the screen at the same time. Although you're not moving around. You still there? Hello? Oh, are you there, Jay? Can anybody hear me anymore? I can see her picture, but I don't hear her voice. Anyways, here's my... Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Boy, that's strong. Hello, Jay. Are you out there? Huh. Well, I see her image, but her audio just disappeared. Maybe I have her on... I don't know. Hold on. Oh, wait. Her thing... Wait, hold on. Let me do something. Oh, that's weird. It says that her... Okay, now it's not muted. Are you still there? Are you there right now? Weird. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but she's there. She's just not talking because her thing keeps going mute to unmute to mute to unmute. Did you know Geminis and Libras are the... Yeah, I did know that. I'm not sure how that works like that, but... Yeah, Jay looks good with the bandana. Oh, man, my stomach... The drink was pretty strong, so it went down, and I felt the burn hit the stomach. Uh-oh. Whoa! Hey, Jay, what I would suggest doing is... disconnect and then come back on again because it worked the first time. So just disconnect it. Hello, I see you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That was really weird. It said I was in safe driving mode.
You should have seen what just happened. Your screen just blinked like 1,000 times. It was like, yeah, it was like you know when you do that thing where you keep mirroring yourself over and over and over again.
Oh yeah.
That's what you kind of had on your screen.
Weird.
And so you can see. Let's see. So I'm just guessing in Zoom you can see both of us, right? On that one, on my camera. Both of us are on my camera, I would imagine.
Yeah,
but,
all I see my picture, and then I see you, and then I see those hands in the background.
Oh, that's cool. Now,
yeah,
what we're streaming is you and my OBS version of me, but like I have it set up where it captures the left window, but then uses my because I can't do it because it does that mirror thing where it goes off into an infinity, altering.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like a big tunnel.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. But what do you think of that one I was just talking about? It's crazy.
Yeah, pretty crazy and interesting. Yeah, I like hearing new cases. Actually, someone sent me the one that you showed about the girls that killed their mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Somebody sent me that in like Facebook Messenger. I think I don't know somewhere. I got it today.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Oh my god, I get so many links to articles. There's so many things that go on. And it's like, it seems like I just don't have time to read them all. Do you get a lot of those too?
Yeah. I get probably, I don't know, 15 emails and then a shitload of like Facebook posts. I mean, it's all interesting stuff, but I feel bad sometimes because I don't have a lot of time to go through all of it.
I know.
So are you having a lemon drop or what? What are you doing?
No, I'm not having any drinks.
Well, you sold? Yeah. So now I'm having. Oh my god, jeez. That's not fair.
I felt like you needed like a drink to kind of just relax a little bit. You were getting a little worked up.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little drinky poo would help you out a little bit tonight.
Yeah, maybe.
You can thank me tomorrow.
I had a lot of trolls that showed up earlier. It was crazy.
Oh, you did?
Well, I have these
Gotta love
certain
that.
people, they just create accounts really quick, throw out a like a negative comment, and then they get blocked, and they create another account, and then it's just the same thing. But I've been dealing with trolls for years, so to me it's just
another day in paradise.
yeah, I mean, some days there's no trolls, some days there's 4 or 5, some days there's... I did a live, I don't know, a week ago, and there was about, like, 10 of them showed up. It was crazy. It was just totally random. I was doing, like, a car chase or something, and they just jumped on and just threw out all the stuff.
Probably because you were doing the car chase and it wasn't, like, a crime. You probably got, like, different...
Yeah, different segment, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. What did you... I've also told Oni about the other... There's a case that I'm working on, but I'm communicating with the family and the different people. The Melissa Pesky one.
Yeah. You went over that a little bit. The one that her kids were in the car and she got shot.
But that one's kind of all really hush-hush because they don't want to get the kids in danger, so...
Oh,
not
yeah,
really...
because they're with the dad.
Right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But that one... Yeah, there's so many stories. It's weird that some stories are so huge, like the Kelsey Berreth one. Because, like, some of these other ones are exactly the same, you know, even more complex and interesting. But it's just they weren't picked up and people don't, you know.
Yeah, it's weird how some get picked up and some don't. I think the Berreth one is just because of the location.
Yeah.
And the timing when it happened. Because it really, I mean, yeah, it's interesting, but like you said, there's a lot of women that go missing in her, like she did, you know, that you never even hear about.
I mean, hers is interesting, but that case we were just talking about a minute ago with that's very similar, right? You got these people at this house, they disappeared, the surveillance footage was all deleted, then all of a sudden there's a fake text message at night, and then they find the car abandoned out on a road, you know, so it has a lot of the same elements, and the ex was abusive and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But like nobody's really talking about it. Yeah.
Right. And where is that at again?
That one's in oh wait, oh god, I knew it. Wait, hold on. I was just looking at it.
Lay off the vodka.
Yeah, I had to get too big of a drink, right? Oh, Texas is where it is. Yeah. It was
that one's in Texas.
Like Austin is the place they found the car, and then I think it was, what's the name of this town? Temple. Yeah, near Temple.
Temple, Texas.
Yeah.
Who's Ask Anal?
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting name. Oh, you do have some weirdos.
What does that mean, done gray? What does that mean, Ask Anal? Done gray. What does that mean?
I don't know. The butthole of the internet?
Yeah, I get some really stupid names. Like some crazy names that come up. I mean, some aren't. Like the one, her name was Bullshit something, but that's not. I just don't want to have to keep saying bullshit, so she changed it to BS. But there was somebody that had their name like it was some kind of like something tampon crap. I mean, it was like the grossest shit. Every time you had to say it, it was. I mean, I actually said, "Listen, unless you change your name, you're not going to be on here, okay?" Because it was like you couldn't refer to it. It was disgusting. It was literally, oh god, it was.
Oh, it was something nasty.
Yeah, it wasn't even just that word. It was like describing it. Okay. Yeah, it was really. Yeah, no, it was just wow, really.
Well, they probably wanted, whoever to say it and get their rocks off.
Yeah.
They think it's funny.
Yeah. So, what did you guys find out? Anything new? And see, here's the thing: is like, why don't you guys look into now the girl that they found in the tote?
Well, I haven't heard who it was. I didn't.
Oh yeah, we had it. They have the name now. It was. Let me see. Hold on a second.
I just knew it wasn't Kelsey. I didn't know who it was. I haven't been able to catch up on the Praze case today.
Yeah,
I've been busy. Gray, I put together a very nice timeline because I've been wanting to do this for the Watts case. It's something that I've wanted to put together, and I finally took the time. It took me 2 days. I worked 19 hours on it, and I just wanted to get it out. It was kind of like closure for me.
Yeah.
So I've been working hard on that. So I haven't really looked into who was in the tote. So who was it?
I'm just trying to find it right now.
Because Mike told me, he was on Oni's, I don't know, last night. He said that there's an area where that tote was found. There's a lot of homeless, but I thought it was bizarre that it would be in a Rubbermaid or in like a container, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I can't remember the name. Yeah, there it is. LeBrea. I think it's LeBrea Jackson. It was a black female, LaBrea Jackson, and she'd been missing since the 23rd of December.
Dang.
But like, I never even heard of her. Did you ever hear one peep out of anybody? Yeah. See, that's. So now you've got
right before Christmas. So who is she? Do we know?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like there's no information about her. I wonder if she's on the internet though. On Facebook. Let's see.
Yeah, let's look her up.
Yeah, actually, I can switch over to my right monitor. Although you guys are let's see. I don't know if that works. But yeah, let me look this up.
Yeah, let's see who she is.
LeBrea Jackson. How's Alabama? I'll type in Colorado. Is that my voice?
Is what your voice?
That sound in the background that you're. I was like, wow, do I sound like that now?
There shouldn't be anything in the background.
Oh. Sure that wasn't like...
Ray, are you sure this is your first vodka tonight?
Yeah, no, because it was like, people could hear that, right? Listen, hey, could you guys hear that other voice in the background? Put a 1 if you could hear that other voice that was like a deep, like a... Yeah, see? I heard it. I heard something. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Weird. Okay, that's...
Oh, look at all the ones. Boom. Look at that.
I know.
So there definitely was a voice there.
Okay.
Maybe you couldn't hear it. Maybe you've got EVPs on your end.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, I believe in those. This is how it works. Watch. You go like this. Here, I've determined this is how EVPs work. You go like this. And then, do you hear that, everybody? It says, I think I'm in the wagon. Listen to that again. I'm in the wagon. I'm in the wagon. Yeah, hear that? I think I'm in the wagon. All right. See, that's how they do it, right? It's all bullshit. Just it's like saying, see the cloud up there? That's a donkey. And it's like the first person. What was that?
I said I can't with you.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Lanky Jen, thank you. Come on, no, that's how it works though. Go watch one of the EVP shows. It's sort of like when they say, "Look, I see a bunny in the clouds," right?
Gray love ya. And
you see a bunny, but it's only because somebody just said, "See that bunny," and then the first person who said they saw look, see the ears there, the nose, the eyes. Then you go, "Oh yeah, I see the bunny," and then that's all you can see now. So it's the same thing happens in the EVP reading. So you have this little, you've heard it, right? Where they play like the radio station, and it's just some crazy.
Yeah, I've totally heard it.
Right, and then people say
rendition of it
this.
Is cracking me up.
Well, yeah, maybe that wasn't the greatest, right? But it's like, oh, look at it. Said, hey, yeah. And then, oh yeah, do you hear it? It says, "Hey, I like chicken." And I like chicken. Did you hear that, everybody? I like chicken.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's funny.
See, that's how they tell the story. Okay.
Now that's funny. I don't believe in those EVPs, but I've never they'll do I don't know.
I don't believe in any of that stuff.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I know you guys are the I don't believe in. Here's the thing: is I think there's something to kind of ESP, what do you call it? I have a perception, or what's it called? Intuition. There's something extraordinary, it's extra sensory that other people don't have sometimes, is perception, and they can pick up things. Intuition, right? So it's sort of, I've had moments where it's just some crazy shit like that. So I think there's something.
Your gut feeling.
Yeah, and you just know it. There isn't. It's not. There's no doubt.
I agree, but I've had those feelings too. But the EVP thing, I'm not sold on that.
And
but
the whole
what were you
psychic.
Say? You guys, what? You were like
me?
You stopped.
Oh yeah, you said you guys like to do the what do you call it? The gossip part, which includes what maybe a psychic might say, right? Come on, you know it, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So the thing is, I don't believe in them either. Right? They've never solved anything. The thing is here's what psychics do: is they come up with, and every once in a while it'll seem like they solve something because they've done the same thing so many times. So, for example, I've done. You could ask my. The freak family here. They'll tell you that I've done a whole bunch of cases, and I accurately figure out what actually happened before they tell us what happened. Okay, so I could have pretended to be a psychic, and the whole time after I researched it, figured things out using common sense and logic and reason, and then sit there and go, oh, I see a stream with. Oh yeah, and they crossed here, and the thing is that's just because it made sense, based on the evidence. And a lot of the times these people they join Facebook groups and listen to the conversation, and they get a good idea. Then they tell everybody to come listen to their reading, and it's amazing how it matches a lot of the stuff that we were talking about. You
don't think that there's some people who have that ability?
Well, there's only really one that some people like. I think her name was Renner or something like that. She's worked with the FBI even, but I don't know if you guys have ever watched John Lorden, right? But he does true crime too. He has got 78,000 subscribers or something like that, and he thinks really similar to me. He goes, yeah, I've never seen a case. As a matter of fact, the families are always devastated by the psychics. Now, every once in a while, they make them feel better. But give me an example of one where they really, they figured out a case.
Yeah, I can't give you an example of one where they've solved a case. I think more so they come in after the fact and they try to they almost try to help the family come to terms or have some kind of closure. If you notice that, on a lot of the psychic shows, when they talk to people who want to reach their loved ones who have passed away, they a lot of them have unresolved issues, and I almost think it's kind of fake. They just kind of help them resolve those issues so they can heal and move forward. That's kind of what I've seen.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's kind of a fake way of closure.
Yeah. Yeah.
To bring that person in, oh, they forgive you and they're okay. Some people just need that, I guess, if they have unresolved issues. I don't know. But I've never seen them completely solve a case. However, I hate to bring up the Watts case. I know how you love it, but
oh boy, that guy wasn't even close. Huh? Go ahead.
Did you see the notes from? I don't know if you saw the discovery. That came out. Well, there was notes from a psychic in, I think it was Massachusetts, and I guess she sold Thrive under Shanann or something, but her notes were kind of spot on to what happened.
She said he put them into oil tanks.
No.
Okay, well, there we go. How come they didn't have that kind of detail? Yeah, see, there you go.
Drowned. She was like,
okay,
drowned.
That doesn't count, though. I see, that doesn't count. I mean, listen, how come she didn't know that it was oil tanks? You see?
Right. No, I get what you're saying.
But it's interesting.
Weird.
It's interesting that they're in the notes, though. I'll give you that. That, wow, they were there, you know?
Yeah, they talked to her. I don't know.
I mean, here's how a psychic works. Hey, listen, do you know a guy named Jim, or does a Jim know you? All right. And then you'll say, yeah, you mean Jim, like the friend I went to high school? Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, of course they play off it.
Right.
I get it. I know, I'm with you. I'm not fully sold on that.
I'm not saying, look, I can say this for sure. I don't know for 100% sure that they're full of crap. All I know is I've never seen one actually work. See, here's the thing: is like I remember in the Berreth case, people are quoting this. Oh, this one psychic. Oh, look at what he said here. Well, how come his readings keep changing over time? Wouldn't his first reading be accurate for the entire case? Why did he need new information to add to the story? Right? Because a psychic should just be able to see it, and then they've got the story, and listen, hey, everybody, here's what happened. Like, literally on the day after Thanksgiving, if somebody had contacted him, he should be able to say, oh, wow. Or let's say on the 26th, okay? He should have been able to say, oh, yes. The cell phone was used up in Idaho to send a fake text message and then go through the whole thing. But instead, it sort of evolves over time. And that's the part that's when you realize, wow, I do the same thing. When I'm doing my show, as the new articles come out, oh, wow, he solicited somebody. And then you add that to your new theory about how things work, right? So.
Right. You know what? We actually agree on something. Put this in the record books, folks.
Wait, hold on. I got some sound effects here. Let me see. What do we got for this one?
Bring them on.
Let's see. It takes the first time it takes a second to kick in.
Oh my God!
Can you hear that? Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Wait, or I could do. Let's see this one. I think the better one is the. Here we go. Yes. We agree the first time, everybody. Yes.
No, that's perfect. Great. I love that.
Hey, have you ever heard my auctioneer one? When I get people to... So I have in the auctioneer when I want people to hit the like button. So here we go. So I go, this is what I do on this one. Hit the like button, 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 hit the like button.
30 and 30, 20, 30.
Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Yeah. Boom. See? And then all of a sudden I get 30, 40 more likes.
That was intense.
Yeah, that guy's one of the best auctioneers. He's incredible. He's on YouTube. If you just typed in best auctioneer, he pops right up. I don't even know his name, but yeah.
No, I like the crowd going wild. That was great.
Yeah. Well, I do that sometimes when I come on the air and I wave generously to people, like, oh please.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. Here, let me do an example now, just for fun. Because now that I've had a drink, I can do this.
Are you done with it?
I'm tired of it. 10 down, 15.
No, wait, God.
15.
God, I got the wrong one in there. Jesus, now you know for sure I've had it. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Oh, come on. Thank you. I know. Okay. See, there you go. Now it's off. Are you still there? I think we lost her already. What happened?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, now I can, yeah. Yep. Can you hear me?
Something else, Gray Hughes.
Yeah. You didn't like that?
No, I thought it was great.
What was the other one? There was another.
Are you done with your drink already?
No, I barely look at look at this thing. But
Oh,
I
for
just
God's sake,
I just very
Bottoms up.
I just don't drink that often. That's the thing. Daro she works for like Amazon now, so
Really?
yeah. So she's busy. See, when she used to be always on here all the time, but now she's busy. She's not.
Is she doing like phone like?
No, she
like a
delivers. She delivers
Oh.
even, and she's like way better than everybody else. She does the rescue calls. Like she gets done with her shit and drives over to the other. Yeah, so I miss.
When they're behind. Or
I
something?
miss Daro. She used to always come
That's
on.
awesome though. Good for her.
Yeah, it's great. It's great for her. Well, now she's on. You know, like if you do an earlier live, she'll be able to show up. But you know, she used to be on here till 1 in the morning. You know.
She's a cool girl. She's really cool.
Yeah. So.
Well, good for her. Amazon, that's exciting. I love my Amazon drivers.
And she does Uber too now.
Oh,
I'm a little bit nervous for that. I'm not. I think Uber's.
Is she in a big city?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is kind of scary, but does she do it during the day or?
Well, I'll be here when you need me.
Whoa! Something you said triggered Alexa.
Oh my god, that was weird.
You know, look at I. There's something spooky. Listen to this. See, Alexa is weird. Okay. It's going to respond to what I just said. Okay, good.
Yeah, because you said her name again.
Yeah. So here's the thing: is earlier, I added a new door. You know the doorbell ring camera thing.
Yeah.
So that's on my door, but I added a second camera. That's a doorbell, sort of a different type of camera, but it's the same company, and it connects through ALEXA.
Yeah.
But it connects through there, so you can just say view this camera and then go over to the main ALEXA screen, and you can see the video of the. So I've got one on like in a different spot. But what was weird is I went up to it and I just said, now watch how weird this is. I said view deck, let's say. Okay, that's not what it was, but view, and it showed it to me. And then I went, wait a minute, I didn't say Alexa.
Her name.
Okay, I just said it, but I didn't say it. And so how did it? Then that's weird. Why did it?
I'm not sure.
It's almost like it made a mistake. It's like it went like, oh shit. Like there's some guy controlling it in the background who went, oh crap, he didn't even say Alexa. Maybe you won't remember, but I actually literally said, how did you know that? Because I didn't say your name. It was really weird.
Well, that was really weird just now when we were talking. What was her response?
Well, I said the name Alexa because that's why it turned on. Alexa, are you listening all the time? Just hung up on me. Oh God, this thing's a little bit freaky. But let me ask you this: how come it heard me when I didn't say it at all? I just went up and said, "View front door," like that, and it turned
Do you know
blue.
Why?
Huh?
Do you want to know why?
What do you think? Why?
Because you have a ghost in your house that's whispering to her.
Oh, there you go. Oh my God.
I don't know. I've never had my Alexa go off without saying her name.
Yeah.
That's a little bizarre.
Yeah, I'm not a mean. When I drink, I don't get mean. All right.
Who said that?
No, somebody said, Gray is so cute buzzed. And I was just saying, yeah, I don't get mean. I'm not one of the mean types, you know.
I know. Why do you think I told him to have a drink, you guys? He was getting a little edgy.
Well, I get edgy all the time. It's real though. It's meaningful. It's yeah.
You were getting a little edgy, Gray. Just a little bit.
Yeah, but you were supposed to
I
have.
thought I better intervene.
You were supposed to have a lemon drop.
No, I said, are we having lemon drops? And you said, I don't have those.
Well, we includes you, right? Right. Well, how could we both have one? You know,
I don't have any vodka.
Oh.
I would.
But I had.
You know what a lemon drop is, Gray?
Yeah, it's like let's see. I think it's. Well, it doesn't. I don't think it matters what kind of vodka, but you use like lemon juice and then sugar.
Well, you have
some
lemons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sugar. So you put sugar
And
in
vodka,
your hand, right?
and you shake
lick
it up, and then you pour it into the. Oh, I don't remember the licking anything like that.
No. Well, this is like a shot.
Oh.
I don't know, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but when we used to go to the bar, we do lemon shots. It was kind of like a tequila shot, but with vodka and sugar.
I thought it was a drink. Like a lemon drop you pour into it like a martini glass.
I've never had it that way. Someone said you're talking about a sweet and sour.
Maybe I'm just
No, so you
off.
put the sugar on your hand, right? And you lick it off.
Right.
Then you do the shot of vodka, and then you bite the lemon. It tastes like a lemon drop.
Oh. Well, I used to just do the same thing with tequila.
Right, except with salt.
Right, with salt, yeah. It's the exact opposite, but yeah.
It's a shooter. Yeah, lemon drop in martini glass. Okay, I've never heard of that.
Wait, what's Bush and Beach Lifestyle said? What a butthead. But
Who said that?
Well, Beach and I don't think she was talking to me. I don't think.
Oh my God!
Because she's always, or that person's always nice to me. I think.
You're cracking me up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, keep drinking your vodka.
You should have came on. Oh yeah. Jeez.
You're actually really funny when you're drunk or buzzed. Not drunk.
Well, they think I'm funny regardless, right? Don't you guys? I mean, I'm funny. Even when I get really sarcastic on my long.
You're very dry.
Yeah, the dry part. Yeah.
Sometimes hard to read, and I think people don't know how to take you sometimes because of that.
Yeah. All right. I just do deadpan. Well, see, that's one of the things that was funny on an episode that I had a while ago, like a show, I guess. Not an episode. I don't have episode. Yeah, but I was doing a show, but I inhaled liquid, and so when I was just talking like this, totally normal. I said, "Yeah, apparently you're not supposed to inhale liquid. I figured that out recently," and I just went on this whole thing where it literally seemed like, as a human being, I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to inhale liquid. And then I went into this thing about my fish ancestry kicks in every once in a while, and but it was like, but I said it so deadpan. There wasn't one smile on my face or anything. But I played it back later. I mean, I was watching it as if I was somebody else, and I literally couldn't stop laughing. Like I had tears in my eyes. I was God. Yeah, I was watching myself, but I thought I was somebody else. I don't know how to explain it, but.
Oh my God! See, that's the thing that gets me when people are joking, but they're completely straight faced. Like sometimes I don't know how to take that. You know.
Why is this?
Please hear Idaho nurse.
Yeah, you keep saying that over and over again.
Who does?
No, Carrie keeps wanting to see something about the.
What happened?
Can we please hear the Idaho nurse one time, please? What about her? Yeah, what about the nurse? Did she speak today or something? Because I've never played her on my channel because I've never heard her being interviewed. Have you?
No. Can we hear the rest of the Idaho nurse video?
Yeah, I don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, maybe she's had a few drinks too. I don't know.
Maybe. They said story you left off on tonight.
Oh, really? I don't remember. I don't remember.
You closed it early when you saw Jay. I guess I interrupted. Oh yeah, because when I came in, you said, "Oh, Jay came in right when I'm going to do Kelsey Berreth." Right?
Oh, it's just they were just looking in the Idaho town. You know, the FBI just said that. I mean, this is it, right? Okay, let's just play it. All right, here. I don't know if you can see this, but can you see it? Or I'm not sure what you see on your. No, you can't see it. Hold on, let me. Right here. Oh yeah, but it's still loading. But apparently the FBI oh, here we go.
A multi-state investigation into the Berreth homicide. Its agents in this area right now seeking evidence. More specifically, I'm told that they've been snooping around a tiny town just outside Twin Falls, Idaho called Hanson. Now, Hanson only has about 1,000
Really?
residents, and
Let me see
honestly,
that.
folks there are a bit freaked out by the possible developments in this Berreth case. One of the town's own, a resident, a 32-year-old nurse who's on leave from a local hospital, on leave because a homicide task force has been asking some very specific questions about that nurse's schedule and whereabouts over Thanksgiving, the time period in which Kelsey Berreth was killed. Fox 31 spoke with an acquaintance of the nurse today and learned she's been divorced several years, has 2 kids in a local elementary school. Until a few weeks ago, that nurse mom was
Oh, look how pretty she is.
in her son's.
Look at that. Gorgeous. See, that's dry humor right there. Do you get it? You see? You can't see her face at all. Thanks, One Way Up. Are you still there, Jay?
School activities. Lately, she's not been seen around. Now, we've left messages for that nurse at her home. We've called. We've tried to check in with her ex-husband to get any kind of comment.
Shots,
or have them
shots,
shed
shots,
light
shots,
on exactly what
shots,
the
shots.
FBI is
Everybody.
seeking. But so far,
Oh,
we've
you
received
back?
No comment.
Oh, okay.
Chris Halsney.
Yes.
For Channel 2.
All right, Chris.
What happened?
I have no idea. Whenever I
Oh.
leave the Zoom, I'm on my phone and try. Look at, I'm like in infinity on your screen.
Yeah, I think that's more my deal. Hold on, let me go back.
Is the video
Yeah.
over?
So now this is, the video's over. So now we're back.
Oh, okay.
That was
No,
me.
whenever I try to leave the Zoom to go over to YouTube to watch whatever you're playing, I lose you on Zoom.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. I don't know how to explain it, but in OBS right now, my streaming, the streaming window has me and you in it, right? So if I select the under tools, you can have virtual camera, and that's what I use in Zoom. So that means you're seeing my camera is you and me. So you'll have your head over here, and then you and me in the other, like what I'm seeing right now. It's like my camera is you and me, and then your camera is just you. Does that make any sense? Let me.
Kind of.
Well, what I'm streaming is me using my regular camera, and then just your face from Zoom. So
I got you. So you like added me.
Yeah, so out online, all they're seeing right now is me and you. However,
Okay.
my virtual camera is that whole screen. So that means in Zoom, you're going to see, for my camera, you're going to see my face and your face, right? And then your camera is just you.
Right.
And now if I showed that screen, then we start getting the... I'm actually showing the Zoom window. So that's different, but if I show that whole screen, then we start getting the mirroring effect where it goes back and forth 1,000 times.
Hey, we still have to get on Zoom one time and help me with my settings.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's all messed up. It's all jacked up.
Hey, look at this. Is gonna be funny. Raven just sent me $2, and he typed this all
Ray
these.
is an
Here we go.
easy drunk Japanese dolls jack-o'-lantern balloon military medal.
Oh my god.
Yeah. See, the thing is, what's cool about let's see, Streamlabs is it reads the emoticons like what they are. So in this case, it says Gray is an easy drunk Japanese doll pumpkin. Normally it says pumpkin. A balloon medal with honor, whatever. But you'll have like crying face with tears.
Right. Winky emoji.
Yeah. No, it's pretty funny. And Raven's actually, he lives in, he's from New Zealand, lives in Australia, and he flies drones.
Really?
Yeah. And he did, well, I always tell people this, but he has a YouTube channel, and he did a drone live. And I just happened to see it. And I joined it. And I was the only one there. And I was like, hey, what? I was like trying to get him to. And he finally went, oh my God, hey, Gray. And then all of a sudden he just like lost its, whatever, the connection. Or, I mean, he lives out in the middle of nowhere. So I don't even know how he got on there.
Have a connection.
Yeah. How's that working, Raven? Maybe Raven should. Maybe Raven should call in. Let me throw up the.
Someone just said Raven has a sexy voice also.
Yeah, that's why I was going to have him call in for you guys. Yeah, Daro loves Raven's voice. Maybe someday they'll meet. Who knows?
Phone overheats. I'm on 4G.
Yeah. So hey, Raven, call in. Here we go.
Butthole said we're craven for Raven.
Yeah.
There
it is,
back
Raven.
to the Kelsey thing real quick.
Yeah.
The nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said in chat that it was reported that she was the one soliciting. I don't understand.
Nah. Oh,
How
you
can
mean?
that be when
I think
she
they
was
probably
charged?
meant like she was a hooker. Yeah, forget it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They were probably just goofing around like, oh, she's a hooker. She was soliciting sex.
Oh, gotcha.
Because there's no way. I mean, what would she be soliciting about? Oh, like she was the one trying to find somebody to kill.
Right, he was charged with it, so that can't be right.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Gray after dark. This is what you need to do, like when you have your drink after midnight.
Yeah.
Welcome to Gray Hues After Dark.
Oh, well, she said, Sarah Beth Colagras, great name, by the way, said they meant she was the one Patrick solicited. Yeah, I mean, I think Patrick probably said, hey, listen, can you take this phone up there and do this? Yeah, I can see that.
But Gray, what do you think about the 3 charges of solicitation?
Well, I think those other 2 guys that were at the the 2 guys at the what do you call it? The junkyard, right? Remember?
Oh.
What do you think of them? I mean, they would have had to have known something if he was sitting in the car.
Yeah, his lackeys.
Yeah, I think that what happened is he solicited somebody, told him the whole plan. It was all going to go all the way through, and then that person said, you know what, I can't do it, but I'll tell you what, I'll do these parts. And he just said, okay. And then he did it. He's the one that killed, but that person knew the plan. And then what happened was the police, after reviewing the phone records and everything, saw that he had called somebody a few times. And then they contacted that person. And then under pressure, that person said, yes, he did ask me to do this. I didn't do it. And then he gave up all the goods, and it turns out a lot of those same things is what Patrick did. Okay, here's a phone call. Let's see.
Okay, here's Raven.
This is Gray. You're on the air.
Alexa.
Oh, shit.
Grey Goose to shopping list.
Here he is, man.
Oh, damn it. Damn it, I thought that would work.
Well, the thing is it's not it's not live. Yeah, I mean, it's not loud. I mean, it's live, but it's not loud. Like, you can't hear it.
Yeah,
like,
I'm with you. No.
Yeah.
Hey, Raven.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear Jay when
Man,
she speaks? She just said hello. Could you hear her? I don't know if you can, because it's...
I don't think I can, no.
Well, yeah. He can't, she can't, he can't hear you.
Oh, because he called it on Skype or whatever.
Yeah, there's something weird. I don't know what's going on. Skype's strange. That's why I switched over to Zoom, but... Yeah. So anyways, what's going on? He said hello back, by the way.
Deleted. Again, my phone's being really weird.
Yeah, your phone sounds like it's like only every.
I'll just swap them over. Man.
Yeah, like every other word. Every other word.
He sounds like one of those EVPs.
Hang on. Oh.
Yeah, you do sound like an EVP.
Hang on. Running. How's that? No? Good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Bad?
I can hear you. I can hear you better now.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I forgot I'm on a hotspot and I just walked away from the phone. It's probably not going to help.
Cool. So what's going on over there?
Just stepped in cat vomit, so that was nice. But the cat must have spewed up his dinner, and I went to grab the phone. And not wearing socks or shoes, so it's in between my toes.
Look at Raven lives in a not so humankind friendly area, I don't think.
What do you mean?
Oh, dude, there's a spider, a grey huntsman.
Yeah.
Look them up, grey huntsman. They're huge, and this one I measured its span. It's 23 centimeters at its widest across.
Wow, that's like a tarantula almost, but it's just a spider.
Yeah, and it's living.
I mean, a tarantula is a spider, but they're different. Yeah.
Yeah, they're more. They're a lot more aggressive. Like the huntsmen are pretty good for keeping around the house, but this thing's huge, and the cats like really want to eat it. I think it would actually put up a good fight. The fangs are about 1.5 centimeters long.
Ah, Jesus, that's huge.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll look one of those up. Now,
yeah, the grey.
Yeah. Are they pretty poisonous? Or what?
Hey, mate.
What's that?
I said, how are you going?
Oh, not too bad. I just had a quick little drink there, but I'm not. I don't really drink that often, but I was thinking, shit, why not tonight?
Yeah.
Gray's all giggly.
I don't have the build up. I don't have the build up that I used to have.
I like it if you kind of moderate that kind of stuff. When I have a good night out now, I'll just go out. I don't drink every day or anything, so I have a good one for sure. So
yeah,
just gotta save it up.
What do you drink?
My poison is rum.
Like Captain Morgan's? You like that one?
Yeah, it's more of a dark rum. I think in Australia it's Bundaberg, but I drink the Bundy red because the Bundy yellow is like horse piss. You wake up swearing you'll never drink again, one of them. But I actually, as I get older, I actually quite like the gin and lemon lime kind of deal. More of a crisp kind of taste.
Oh, okay. Now let me ask you, the Bundy, is that related to where'd that come from? Bundy.
Ted Bundy?
Bundaberg,
yeah,
Bundy, that's just colloquialized, I suppose. Is that a word? Colloquialized?
Yeah, Jay said like Ted Bundy. Yeah, you couldn't hear.
Oh yeah, named after him because it's the rum that it murders you. Yeah.
You don't live in Melbourne, do you?
Shit, no. I'm on the Gold Coast in Queensland.
See, Richard Canick said is he in Melbourne, but what's awesome about it is he spelled it exactly how you're supposed to say it. He spelled it Melbin, right?
Yeah, perfect.
So if you say it Melbourne, that sounds like you said it right, but it's actually Melbourne. It's like it's not even.
I love the way you Yanks say New Zealand. Like, you don't say New Zealand, you say like N-U Zealand, like New Zealand.
How do you say it?
New Zealand. New, like new.
New Zealand, right? New Zealand.
Yeah, see, you're saying N-U. You're not pronouncing any.
Oh, I see. We just skip it right over. Okay, so it's supposed to be New Zealand, like that, right? Right?
Kind of. Just new.
What the hell are you talking about? That's what it is. Wait, what do you
guys just go new? So you have a slack jaw. If you want to talk American, you kind of open your mouth a little bit, like hang your jaw down.
With a slack jaw and not much to say. I come from the land down under. Yeah. Now let me ask you something. You say New Zealand, like it. Say it. You say it once, and let me see if I can imitate it. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll say it normally. New Zealand. I'm from New Zealand.
New Zealand.
That was pretty good because you had that kind of.
Like it's almost like NYU, right? You have to say NYU, like New Zealand, like that, right?
I guess so. Like GNU.
Oh, okay.
New.
Right.
Like a new, those dare things. New.
I think it's NYU Zealand. So you go New Zealand like that.
That's perfect. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, right. See, but if you say New Zealand, I get it. I get what you're saying. Because look at watch. I'll do it two in a row. Watch, New Zealand or New Zealand.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's clear as mud.
Yeah, it does sound different. Yeah, that does sound.
You
different.
nailed it.
Boom!
You can't help yourself investigating everything, eh? You just worked that out. Like, I'd never thought about that. You just nailed it. Yeah, you should drink more often, mate.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God.
Who's been there? Who's missing? You tell me. You bring them in today. I'll find it. Just give me a bottle of scotch. And who's missing?
Yeah, that's right. I should be like the drunk. What do you call it? The drunk true crime investigator. Let me tell you something. Yeah.
I don't fucking come in here. I don't come in here ever again. With private eyes and they're real pissed.
Let me tell you something. I swear to God, it's over here. Look at it. Right? Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
You got a stick. A shtick, as the Jews would say.
Yeah.
Is that offensive? No, Jews isn't offensive, is it?
Well, it shouldn't be. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it shouldn't be because that's. I mean, it's not. I don't know. I don't think saying Jews is being offensive. Yeah.
I couldn't say the blacks. That wouldn't be good, I think.
One thing I did always think was weird is the term Jewish, right?
Yeah.
Like the thing. What's weird about Jewish is like, doesn't ish sort of mean like? So like would anybody ever say, well, I'm Christianish? You know, or like I'm sort of.
You know what?
Christianish.
Though? A lot of Christians probably should say that because that's what they act like.
Because it's a small part. I actually just thought of a joke that I might have came up with that I think you might appreciate. It's a bit off colour.
Oh God! Oh jeez. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, how off color is this? Is this something?
No, it's not that bad.
Okay.
No, it's not that bad. No, because but I think remember the Black Friday sales? They weren't too long ago, eh? And I was kind of thinking, like I said to one of my mates that he said, "Oh, did you ever go to the sale?" I said, "No, I didn't make it to the African American sales." I'm African American Friday sales. It was pretty bad.
I didn't even get it, man. That's
you know Black Friday, African American Friday.
I see. Yeah, you didn't want to be offensive, so I get it. Okay.
Sort of, I guess.
Yeah, maybe that's what the whole point was.
Joke as well.
Jesus.
We're not there. We're like, we learn about it in rap, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Most of yours.
Yeah. I should do a rap right now. No, I can't do it. Yeah.
No, it's like karaoke. You got to be a bit pissed to do. Rapping karaoke would be interesting.
Yeah, I've done that. What sucks is there's a song called "Without Me" by Eminem that I can do listening to him and sober. But if soon
oh my gosh, great! Please rap that song.
But as soon as you put Jay was saying please. She's saying please do that, but I'm not going to be doing it. Yeah, but if you have any kind of drink at all and you try to do that one, you are so off, like the beat and everything. You just sound like an idiot. Like you're just on to some weird place and the beat's somewhere else. You know.
He's a lyrical genius too. I don't care what anyone says. He is poet. Like the way he stitches words together. There's a reason everyone goes, yeah, no, he's pretty much it.
Well, what's weird about
he hasn't been shot, so that's always good.
But Vanilla Ice called himself a lyrical genius in his famous song "Ice Ice Baby."
He wrote that when he was 12.
I'm a lyrical genius. Miami's on the scene, just in case you didn't know, with my town. Decorated all the bass sound. Enough to kick coals in the ground because my style's like a chemical spill. Right?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding,
He's actually a good rapper.
No, I do. I've done this on my show before,
him,
Jay. You just haven't watched. And that's sober, too. Hey, what's that?
I was going to say, he's actually a pretty good rapper, Rip Van Winkle, or whatever his real name is.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was a good... Yeah, look at I don't care what anybody says. Ice Ice Baby is one of the better... It's always going to be good. Doesn't matter. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I got a GoPro, too, the other day. So
oh, yeah? The 7, right?
HD footage is going to be coming. I had to get a Session 5.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
those little ones.
Box ones?
Oh, yeah. The tiny ones. Do they work on a drone?
Yeah.
Like they fly and
Pretty
everything?
much, I think. Yeah, and then they're stopping making them. So they stopped producing them a year after they sued a Chinese company for making one that was real similar. And they successfully won, and then just decided to stop making the product they sued to protect. That was really weird.
Yeah.
So now we have to buy them all up because they're pretty much gone.
Well, I'm actually, I've invested in GoPro stock. They went way down, but I just bought. I'm just kind of hoping that, you know.
Yeah.
They're sort of like almost legit. It's like saying Kleenex, right? Oh, you got a GoPro?
Yeah.
Well, no, I've got this guy that you know. So the thing is that's what you think of when you buy those types of cameras. Right.
It's and there's a lot. Like a guy said the other day on the drone forum, Sony has it's a far superior stabilization, blah blah blah. If you say I've got a Sony action kit, people are like, what? You say you got a GoPro, like, oh, you got a GoPro, mate. Yes.
Well, I heard that the GoPro 7 has the best internal stabilization they've ever had of any camera.
The smoothing, yeah, but drone guys don't like them because it makes your flying look fake. Like it's so smooth, it just looks wrong. I don't know.
Well, they'd be great. Yeah, it depends on what you want to use it for, right? Like, you know. Like if you're working for the police, you want it smooth, things like that, so you don't you're looking at clear frame by frame instead of jerking around. Then you get the people jumping. Well, look at that, right in between the frame there, it wiggled a little bit. See that? And then they'll start seeing, you know, a hand grabbing somebody from behind a corner. You see.
Kanika's leg and behind the third door and the ceiling of the freezer with the trap door with the monster that came out and got her and sold her organs to a harvester from Vietnam who was selling cocaine to the American government, who was Timothy, what was that other guy from the CDC? They all tied up. He was at that party. Do you see him? Do you see him on the video?
Yeah.
He was there.
Yeah, Timothy Cunningham was definitely at the hotel. As a matter of fact, I think we see him walk in the freezer, but that part was edited out.
Oh, he's the one that took Kanika in there originally, and then he just didn't want to come out with it, so what he did is he ran home, he jumped off that bridge. Pretty sure it happened to us to Kanika.
Wow, that's not a bad theory.
The two really just go hand in hand.
That's not really a bad theory. I think that's pretty, that's close to maybe happening. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, solved. 2 cases solved. See, we're on fire, mate. Let's do. What can we do next?
Yeah, just have a couple vodka shots and solve cases. There you go.
You know what though? That DNA stuff will almost bring a close the detective element of a lot of stuff, because a lot of that sleuthing was just hard grifting to find information, and now you get cases solved just like bang, some random guy in Idaho put his DNA in, he wanted to see if the missus was cheating, and it comes back that he's bloody related to some serial killer.
That's so funny, because I thought that exact same thing the other day. I was thinking, think how demoralizing it is for, you got these detectives that for 30 years have just been plugging away. They almost had it a couple times, and then boom, some genealogist goes, yeah, that's this guy right here. You know, in like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. It's this guy. Put it in an envelope, sends it away.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. How'd you catch him? Well, he licked an envelope. Thank you. Well, what were you doing?
So I get the reward.
What were you doing for 30 years? I don't even want to tell you. I don't even want to tell you.
Yeah. You should have synthesized some DNA, mate. That's all I'm telling you. You should have gotten some DNA analysis a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of weird, too, because a lot of these criminals are going to be really careful about that part now, because they know that that's there. You know, they used to not, like up until about like 88-ish, 89, like 90, that nobody even thought about DNA. It was just, you know, whatever, you know. And then now it's like, whoa. So that's why all these really old cases are being busted, because those people didn't give a shit. They left full-on semen samples inside, you know, like inside of people and all over the place. And now I think that they're a lot more, you know, I don't know, careful about stuff like that.
And kind of not leaving traces. But even then, though, if you think about it, the fingerprints, so you know they kind of knew, and they were matching hairs and blah blah blah. But I think the most important development last few years has got to be, which we take for granted, just cell phones, because we can look at a case now and be like, oh, where's the cell phone data?
Yeah.
Whereas you used to say that 10 years ago, people were like, what? It's a case, mate. She was murdered. We don't have any idea where she was gone, but now we can track them.
Hey, hold on for 1 second. Hey, Jay, thanks for coming on. Jay's back in the chat, though. Hey, she left. Thanks for coming on, and subscribe to Jay for Justice. Jay is for Justice. Or whatever, whatever one you want. Yeah, that's her name. Jay is for Justice, the channel. So.
And Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah. God, you put you put a lot of stuff on that one. I don't think it read half of them at the end. It didn't know what it was doing. You know.
No, it did. It read military medal, and it was, yeah, the last one was military medal. I think did I put one after that? I don't know.
So what's this? Somebody said, Gray, look at the KKTV link above, and then I look above and there isn't one. How far do we, when you say above, is it like a mile? Like how far do I need to scroll up there? Put it in there again. I mean, I
depends how fast that's moving, eh?
That's what's. I don't even think it's moving that quick either. That's the thing. It's like, how far up?
Oh, remember you can't post links. Is it from a moderator? Because people think they can post links and it just disappears.
Well, I've seen other people. I've seen non-moderators post links. I don't know how they're doing it, but
yeah.
Oh wait, I think they emailed it to you. Okay, hold on. Let me go back.
KKTV link.
Yeah. Whoa, God, I got like 17,000 emails in there. Oh, and
yeah, I imagine you would get some strange ones too.
Wow, I didn't realize. Like just during the show. Are you still there? Oh. Hey, call back there, Raven. Your phone, it just sort of hung up in the mid-sentence. Wow. The vodka is showing. What does that mean? Doug said, the vodka is showing. Thought you might want to know. What vodka? Where is it? I don't see the vodka. Does it? You guys know what that means? And Dr. Piper said the vodka is showing. I thought you'd. Oh, you mean the way my personality is? I don't know. Yeah, it just kind of died right there. Oh, was that a bad thing, Dr. Piper? I was just, I'm just having fun. I'm not like out of control or anything. I mean, I'm just got a little bit of a buzz, I guess I'll never drink again on the show. I don't want people to, Source confirms phrase. I'll use Oni's term. Solicitation charges are tied to Idaho woman. Wow, interesting. This is Gray. You're on the air.
Hey, Gray. How are you?
Is this Richard Canik?
You got it.
Bam!
You got it.
There he is, everybody. Richard Canik.
You probably thought I was George, probably.
Well, I used to, but George hasn't called in a long time, so.
No, I'm still waiting on him. Hope he's okay. Well, I'm really enjoying your show tonight. I really.
Okay, cool.
I really
is it because I had a drink? I mean, I was told I was going to have one with Jay, and then she threw me a little curveball and didn't have one. So.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Right from the beginning, it's just a little transition to a little bit different gray. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Well, Gray Goose. I'm gonna have some of that. I'm gonna have to get some. I ran out.
Yeah.
But
well, actually, I have Sky. It was Sky is the one I have.
Oh,
I thought
Sky,
it was Gray
okay.
Goose, but it was Sky.
Well, I was talking to a friend of mine who was watching your video the other night, your live, and he said Gray got it wrong. Gray said it was blood spatter. And I said, it is correct. It's blood spatter. He goes, no, it's blood splatter. So I went and looked it up, and you were right. It is blood spatter. And,
yeah, it's spatter, not splatter. Yeah, what's that mean? Jeez.
This guy's got like a PhD in something or another, and he's not like talking to me anymore. So I thought that was pretty funny, and I don't remember what you were referencing it to, but I think it was during that trial. You had the trial on the other day in that McStay case.
Hmm. Hey, somebody just sent me a hold on update on the Cedric Marks. It said that, well, this is in 2004 though. It says so he was on trial for assault, but he got out of it. That was in 2004, so it's not related to the current case. Yeah, the McStay case is great. It's just today was absolutely the most boring testimony. They couldn't even film the courtroom, so they filmed the wall basically, and then we were just listening to people talking about checks that were written. You know, I might have to go listen to it just to sort of try to figure out what the hell they were doing, but I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awful. But is Raven still on there?
I think he's not on the phone anymore. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He kind of dropped off.
Because I was gonna ask him. A friend of mine from Australia said that Foster's beer is like it's not even made in Australia, and it's just like for export to
Foster's
US
lager
and other places.
Yeah.
And that the real beer to drink is something called Victoria Bitters. And this friend of mine brought me one time, and man, it is the greatest beer. I mean, it is a really stout.
Really?
I don't know it's stout, but it's just really good tasting. And I know the people from Australia apparently really. Foster's is
Raven said, "Look it. I don't mean to, but this is what Raven just typed in. It's horrible shit." But of course he said, "It's horrible. It's I don't even know how to say that in Australia. It's horrible shit." No, it's horrible shit.
Horrible shit, Mike.
Yeah. It's horrible
shit, Mike.
Yeah, might. Yeah, M-I-T-E. Yeah.
M-I-T-E. There you go.
No,
In
VB
Melbourne.
is horrible, he said. So I guess that's what you're talking about. I've had Guinness before. That's like drinking oil, you know.
Wow. I know. And that's what I heard. I always wanted to try this Vegemite.
Oh, Vegemite sucks. Now that's where, hey, listen, Raven, if you like Vegemite, there's something wrong with you, man. Come on, that crap is the sickest shit there ever was, man.
That's what I've heard. I think he said he likes meat pies or something.
No, I like meat pies.
They make.
Yeah, look at those Australian.
Oh,
They're 4 and 20 meat pies. Those things are freaking awesome. And they should sell them in the United States because they would take over the whole hot dog industry. Because it's like,
really,
they're so good. They're these little creamy meat pies, and you put ketchup on them, and you just eat them. Oh, God, they're just incredible. They have this little sort of pastry-like crust with this creamy beef in there. Awesome. I actually ordered them I think about 8 years ago. I ordered a box of like 100 of them, and they took a while to get here, but they showed up, man. It was amazing. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, they're pretty hard to find in the U.S., I guess.
Look at Totoro said, "I'll eat Vegemite till I die, cradle to grave." Yeah, that's one of those things that I don't think anybody. It's like if you're there and you eat it, you probably love it, but nobody likes it over here.
Yeah.
There's nobody that goes, "Oh yeah, I love Vegemite."
Well, this friend of mine who ran a bar, he's from Australia. He was the one who told me about the Victoria bitters. Shepherd's pie is really big there too, and I love shepherd's pie.
Thanks, Nate. What is it? What is it, Nada? Thank you. Yeah, it's got, when you eat those pot pies, chicken pot pies, those meat pies in Australia have a little bit similar crust, but it's thinner, and you kind of hold it in a paper kind of pastry type thing, and you just eat it. It's awesome. Hey, Raven, don't you like the chicken, the meat pies? Yeah, but it's good shit though, isn't it? Who cares?
Thank you for your channel and the venue to gather such an amazing group of PPL together.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, cool. Yeah, I love everybody that shows up here. It's fun, except the trolls. But look at when you eat hot dogs, or you eat sausage, or you eat an Australian meat pie, 4 and 20 meat pie. Don't look to see what's in it, okay? Just eat the damn thing, all right? Why does it matter what's in a hot dog? If you start wondering what's in oh my God, there's pig intestines, all this other crap ground up. Who cares?
I know. If it tastes so good, so just enjoy it. If you can.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, don't wonder what's in it. Just eat it, okay? Oh, come on. Look at now look at Raven's trying to talk about, wait, hold on. New Zealand pies absolutely destroy Aussie pie. Forget it, man. Nobody beats the 4 and 20. It's actually, I think it's the word 4 and then apostrophe N and then 20 written out too. Meat pie, okay? Just go eat one of those. They're awesome. Wow. Don't ever buy the New Zealand meat pie. Look at Raven say. Raven types in, dude. Oh, poor Raven. Oh boy. They put sawdust. Yeah, he said they put sawdust in that shit. No, they don't put sawdust in there. No, he said. Okay.
Oh. So he's from New Zealand, huh?
But he lives in Australia. So he's going to have to be. See, he's one of those guys that if he was born in Australia, he would love the 4 and 20 meat pies and diss the New Zealand version. Okay, but because he's from New Zealand and he lives in Australia, he's got to keep defending everything in New Zealand. Is that true, Raven? Of course, right? I mean, who wouldn't do that? That's right. They have 4 and 20s on the East Coast. Yeah. Or are you talking about the East Coast of Australia? Yeah. That's over where, like Victoria, right? And Melbourne, where Australian rules football's played. Yeah, Melbourne, as Richard Canuck spelled it.
Is that the game where they show these referees in the end zone and it looks like they're wearing raincoats?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and they do this little thing with their. If it goes down the middle, they put both hands out to the side. If it goes on the side, that's the greatest. That is such a sweet game, man.
I know.
I actually know all the rules just right now. Like I'm sitting here because it was so fascinating to me. It's awesome. It's got like soccer sort of vision type stuff. You got a little rugby in there. Those guys are tougher than, I mean, they're about the toughest people out there, and yeah.
And they have hardly any pads at all, like none.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and they do. I think it's something like if you kick a ball from any distance, and then the player on your team, or even the other team, I guess, catches it with two hands. It's called a mark. And then they get a free kick from that area. Then you can keep kicking it around. Then you can run. You can take 10 steps, and then you have to bounce the ball. And then you can pass it by holding the ball in one hand and then sort of punching it with the other hand. It's good stuff. Raven typed in, God, I'm a robot, and even I know NZ Pies. New Zealand Pies rock. Let's see what it
God,
said.
I'm a robot, and even I know NZ
Oh, you really
Pies rock
touched the nerve there,
construction
huh?
anchor.
Well, he said even though he's a robot, he knows that New Zealand Pies rock. Because he was pretending that his donation of $2 was a robot. And even it knew that. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
When I was in the Navy, ran into Australian sailors every now and then, different ports, and once in the Philippines, and they guys on a fight all the time.
And which game is that?
Australian Navy.
Oh.
Back in some bars we were, like in Manila.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys were just always.
Yeah.
But then they'd want to drink with you later, you know. They were just.
Yeah, just like fighting, whatever, you know. Yeah, the thing
is
they
just like to fight.
Yeah, those guys are the people that play Australian rules football are the toughest. They're just they have no pads and they just hammer each other. Like jump as high as they can, get flipped over, bang, they're on the ground. And, I mean, it's you know, rugby's not even the same because they're a little bit slower, kind of in a pack, more so. Like in Australian rules football, you could just be running and full speed and some guy. Well, I mean, I guess you can do that in rugby. It's just different. Yeah.
Do they have the scrum like they do in rugby too, or is it?
Yeah, it's a little different. They
More
sort
like
of
US
throw the ball up in the air and you try to catch it. You know, you try to knock it back to your. Yeah, it's not the same.
Where did you watch? Where did you watch that?
Well, I lived there. I was there for 3 months when I was a kid. I went to games at the stadiums. You know, the Richmond Tigers. That was my team.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Melbourne too.
Yeah, that's where I lived in Melbourne. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard it's a pretty nice place. All around.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't, Nida. That's just your computer. I don't. The images aren't backwards on YouTube. That's just you that looks like that. Yeah.
So you come? Is the crime con in New Orleans down here? Is that still down here this year?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. See, look here. Let me show it on my screen. See that? That's the icon right there. No, you can promise me all you want, Nida, but that's just your view of it. See this right there? That's what it looks like right there. See that? It's forward facing. Everything looks normal there. I mean, I would have had to intentionally flip it to have it look like that. So. Yeah, but look right here. Look right here. Look, it says, right here it says Jenna Scott, right there. And Her name. It's... Oh, you mean the names are backwards. Okay. I get what you're saying. I thought you said the image was flipped horizontally. Okay. Well, that's the one I had to create really quick. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I have him called Jenna Scott. And okay. You made it sound like it was flipped the entire shot where it was backwards. You said the words are backwards. Instead of saying you have the wrong names under the person. You're right. I do. I just see that now. Yeah, because her name isn't Michael. Right? Let me see if I can fix that one while we're on the air. The second one, anyways. I don't know if I can. Actually, I don't know if I can. I think you know what I did? Is you remember the show that I did yesterday? I had their images and I flipped them around, and then I made them black and white, so it was just different. But I didn't. The names I left the same, so they didn't change spots. So I guess that's a problem. I'll just have to fix that later, I guess. I don't know. Well, let's see. No, I can't do that either. There's no way to fix it currently. I wonder if I open up yeah, I can't really fix that part. Yeah, but I flipped over the image inside, and then I put her on the right when she was on the left yesterday. Raven said, "This is amazing." Are you still there, Richard?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, did you say that the Scott woman was arrested 20 times? Is that who you were talking about?
What do you mean?
Someone was a criminal record of being arrested 20 times.
Oh yeah, the guy that she, I don't know if it was arrested 20 times, but there was 20 records in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so I've got the name. Yeah, so even on the earlier show, I'm going to have 2 shows in a row that are back. See, what she's saying is, if you look at this right here, look. See, I have Michael, but what I did is the image behind it, I flipped it earlier, but then I forgot about the name part from the show from yesterday. I just made it black and white, flipped it around, because I didn't have time to come up with a whole nother set. But apparently, I need to... how she worded it was that I flipped everything's backwards, right? Instead of just saying you have the names under the wrong person, then I would have made sense. You see? So now I've got to redo this whole thing. So what's going on, Richard?
Well, I was going to ask Raven, sometimes I used to watch, the America's Cup. Australia, I guess, well, we lost it, but I don't know where it is now, but I know the Kiwis, I think the Australians ran into them one time and cut their boat in half or something. I mean, it's pretty intense, sailing competition between those two countries. And I was wondering if you knew if that was down there this year. I think they do it, every 4 years or something?
Well, he just said yes in there.
Oh. Okay.
Lots of... Maybe you have a little bit more to go by there, Raven. Come on. Swearingin. I keep saying the same damn thing over and over again.
Because it's usually either Australia or the United States that wins that. I think France did one year. I know New Zealand's always in it, and that's a big thing down there. They had a good 12-meter yacht this year. This time around, they're not. They're always on the cutting edge of that technology. They usually have some of the fastest boats.
Yeah. I'm actually sitting here trying to fix this damn image.
I think they're the ones that came up with the catamaran to begin with and everything, and real deep keels, and they're really slick. I mean, they're just... but apparently, I mean, that's a real heated thing. They really go at it. But not so many people really watch it.
I'm going to make this... I got to fix this damn thing. And I'm going to do it here on the air so everyone can just be bored to death. Okay?
Well, I was going to mention one of
maybe I'll just delete all these because apparently, you know, people didn't like that I had a drink. I was just like, hey, yeah, why not, right? I don't think I was dumb or anything, though. I don't know.
Doesn't bother me. I think it's,
yeah.
I think if you had maybe 10 or 12, that may be different. But
yeah, oh, God. You know, if I was sounding like that, I could see something. But, yeah, you know, I'm not feeling like that.
I'm not drunk off Safer. You know.
Yeah.
Listen.
Listen.
I heard they got another picture of the Tasmanian tiger.
Oh, yeah?
Which was supposedly extinct in 1936 again.
When was this? When was this?
It's still alive.
When was this picture? Come on.
It's on the internet. It was on...
yeah, it's called the thylacine is the name of it.
Yeah, right. You got it.
Yeah.
The thylacine. I've just been following that over the last
Now, could a drunk
year or
person
two.
remember that? No. Okay.
You did perfectly.
Yeah, would a drunk remember the term, the name thylacine? Okay.
Yeah, that's...
No.
Right, that's the scientific term. But apparently they're still around. They not extinct. They've got several images, pictures of them now.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
Hell, I'll probably just delete both of these videos. Jeez. You got the wrong title in there. You know, just having a little fun. Let's see. Yeah, we're still here, Joe. Yeah. Well, when was this sighting?
You coming down to the Comic Con, whatever it is, the Crime Con in New Orleans?
I thought about it. I don't know. I'm just trying.
Well, if you do, have to get together for a drink.
Oh yeah, are you there? That's where you live?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Right. Yep. So take you to
excellent
good spots. Old Absinthe House is a good place. That's some strong shit there, that absinthe. Whoa.
Oh, yeah?
That'll knock you on the ass, yeah. Right, yeah, they got some good old bars in the quarter. In the back area.
That people don't know about, right?
Right, well, right. They just, people come here and they just want to go to Bourbon Street. That's all and that's the worst place to go. It's just all tourist crap, with hand grenades and all these drinks that are just overpriced and watered down. And so, as anywhere, like I'm sure in Portland or when you're in Melbourne, the good places are the hole in the wall that have the best food and the best bars, just like here, not like anywhere.
Yeah, so I'm almost ready to update the 2 screw-ups that I had earlier, because I was in such a hurry to get on. So let's see. Let me do 4. So there's 1, and then the update part 2. I gotta fix that.
I noticed your subs are just keep going up, man. Like you're.
Yeah, it's
really
not too bad.
There.
Yeah, I mean, despite the trolls, people still keep going.
Yeah. Oh, those. Yeah. Yeah, you deal with them pretty well. That guy the other night, though, that wanted to punch you in the face.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, wasn't it?
Wow. Yeah, you really held yourself up pretty well with that jeer.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to say. I really just kind of wanted to figure out what he was all about, you know. I didn't want to...
Yeah, you kind of kept him kind of cool, and then you got some info out of him, and you didn't react like they want. You know, that's what they want. They want you to react and just go down to their level. But you have some pretty good patience with them. I commend you for that.
Well, thanks.
And that guy just should have had his whole face punched in by somebody. I wanted to do it after the stuff he was saying to you and that woman.
Yeah, well, he said a lot of crappy stuff. I mean, the thing is after a minute you realize, wow, this person's just really drunk and like wasted, and they're just not saying anything that they might ever normally say. So it doesn't mean anything at that point. You know, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't even get offended at that point when someone's just absolutely obliterated and they're throwing out stuff. It's like, yeah, that's not really even them. You know.
Well, you made them look like a fool too. Those people, you give them all the rope, they just hang them. Give them all the rope in the world, and they just hang themselves with it.
Yeah.
The more they talk, so.
Okay, I think I fixed. I think I fixed both the thumbnails. I don't know. We'll see. But
I can't see on the computer right now. I'm just talking on the iPhone. It's so I don't see what's going on there. But
yeah. But I think I fixed them both. So hopefully they're all fixed at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, someone came in the chat and asked to pray for her. Hey, there's Stephanie. How's it going? Haven't seen her in here for a while. That's it. Finishing it up. That was just water, though. Nothing in there. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for letting me know. I just didn't understand how you said it before. I thought you said the image was flipped backwards. No, you didn't cause any stress. I didn't even know what you were saying. I thought you said it was like a mirror image flipped, the way you wrote that. But makes sense now. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be... It's kind of shitty to have the wrong name on somebody's face, too, so... Thank you, actually, for letting me know. All right. You still there, Richard?
Yeah. I was just...
chilling out?
Yeah, that's about it. Sometimes gets this time in the morning, I don't go back to sleep now. I'll just get up and go to work around 7 o'clock. But
wow. So I need to have my shows a little earlier then, huh?
Well,
I mean, I don't want you to.
Usually about I don't. Yeah. I sleep like every other night. It's weird.
And then you sleep. You probably just come home and go take a nap after work too, if you wanted to, right?
Yeah, a little bit, but so I usually catch you around. I think it's around like midnight, my time, which is, I guess, no, wait. Probably about, 1 o'clock or so. So I don't know what time you start. Maybe that's like 11 your time.
9 my time is normally when I start.
9. Okay. Well, so, and then if I miss it, that's why a lot of times I don't catch them live, and but sometimes it takes a while for the YouTube to boot the thing up, and
yeah.
I usually been watching like every night, and I don't know, it's like 50-50 missing when you have it live. So I caught you tonight, and
it's a miracle. I'm trying to.
Oh, it's the only one I really watch. I just.
Well, good.
You know.
So I mean, the thing is like. I mean, I'm glad that there's. I mean, I like doing the show, and I'm hoping other people like it too. You know, I can't force anybody to watch anything. It does seem like it's weird during my shows. I always go down in subscribers when I'm doing the show, but then as soon as I wake up in the morning, there's like 30 extra. So I don't know what happens, you know. Sometimes it's more, like if it's a big case, you know, there might be a lot more people, but usually I get like 40 subs a day, 50 maybe. Some days 100. You know, I've got like 200, 300 sometimes, but just on an average, it's like 40, something like that. This last month was pretty big, though. It was like 2,000. I got like, it was almost an average of 80 a day almost. But, you know, there was just bigger cases going on. Now it's back to normal. Usually I get like 1,200 to 1,600 subs a month, something like that. So,
right.
Yeah. See where I am in a year, see what happens.
Yeah, you'd be up to about 50,000.
Well, I'm thinking if I get to 40 something at the end of the year, I'll be happy. Yeah.
How many?
Well, it should be more than 40. I'd say like 45,000 or something. But, you know, there could be some good months where it's bigger, so who knows?
That's a lot of people. Man, Louisiana has a lot of small towns. Most of the towns down here don't even have half that. I mean, that's a lot of people. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, where is Chef Heather, by the way? I haven't seen her around. Somebody asked where that was.
Who's that?
I haven't seen Chef Heather around for a while.
Oh.
Amazing Grace is always telling me what to do and stuff. Look at that. That's okay, though. I'm sure you're just looking out for me. Gray, go tuck your baby in bed. Okay. It is getting late. I do need to get off of here, but
yeah, I mean, I know I'm gonna get going too, but it was good talking to you again. And
well, thank you. I thank you for your support too. On the, you know, you give me some super chats here and there. It's pretty good. Appreciate it.
I'm trying to get some more. You know,
no, I appreciate it. Don't worry about it. You know, so, you know.
I've had two sick animals, dog and a cat at the vet, you know, and that stuff just runs it.
That's crazy how much that shit costs.
Oh, I know.
So it's actually more expensive than humans because there's no insurance, you know. It's like
yeah. One had a stroke and he's alive, but he can't walk. And I'm not going to put him down. You know, and the staff there just loves him, so they're working out a deal with me to, you know, on daily care for him, and you know, I got to get him home here eventually. And the other one passed away, unfortunately. And,
sorry about that. Jeez.
Yeah, it's tough. And for some reason, these things always seem to happen around the holidays, you know, and it's just like a double whammy. But
yeah.
But anyway,
on
a brighter note, look forward to seeing this, some of this
If that's a bright note, right? More crimes. I mean, at least they're interesting, though.
That's a pretty pathetic life to have. Like,
yeah, really looking forward to those new crimes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you do a good job, and you make it,
interesting,
enjoyable. In quote, I mean, not enjoyable, but yeah, I guess enjoyable. Yeah. I enjoy watching it. So even though it's a terrible subject, but people suffering, but it's just curiosity. It's interesting.
Yeah.
The way you present it. So.
Well, thank you.
All right, my friend. I'll be talking to you again.
Well, thanks for calling in, Richard. Richard Canick.
All right, great.
No, not George. I'm just kidding. All right. Thanks for calling in.
Okay.
See you later.
All right, great.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And that's Richard Canick, everybody. Sorry about his pets. That sucks. It's, yeah. Those are, like, pretty much family as well. All right. Well, what the hell was the name of that? Somebody gave me a place to go fly around today. Now I can't remember where it was. It was in Africa. Oh, that's right. I did save it. Flyby. The Great Rift Valley. There you go. Right there. Turn off some of these streets. Get the... before I do that, let me go over here. I'm going to thank the PayPal, Raven, is it Nada? Did I say that right? Nida or Nada? I can't remember. And then Raven again, One Way Up, Lanky Jin, Jim Nething, Richard Canick, Dig Worms, Jay Case, Donna Heflin, Lanky Jen, and Lanky Jen again, Ann Healy, Richard Canick. I think that was another show even. Lanky Jen, and there you go. So I really appreciate your support, and I know that there was some on. Let me check something out over here on PayPal. Yeah, so Kyle on PayPal, Tammy on PayPal, and then also Joy Hill. So thank you very much. Very, very cool. That'll go towards my computer that I will be having to buy pretty soon. Now, I hope I wasn't too buzzed for some of you. Come on, Dr. Piper. Was I that bad? Come on, Dr. Piper. Help me out here. When you said, hey, you can see it or whatever, what was I doing that was so awful? I didn't feel like I was... They never do, Gray. They never do. I thought I was just kind of, a little goofy, I guess. You can be honest. Oh, well, I thought you were... I wasn't sure. I thought you were saying that the bottle... When you said the vodka is showing, I thought you were saying the bottle was sitting on the counter. Gray, you're so mean. How about that, Stephanie? Was that good? But I mean, I only had a shot and a half. That just shows you what a lightweight I am right now. You know, I just don't... I really... The last time I even had a drink of any kind was like 4 months ago or something. You know, I know that's really lame, but, you know... I just... It's not like... I'm not 20 anymore. Where I'm crawling on the streets of Portland, wondering why they're not letting me into that next bar. That's a joke, by the way. That did happen once, though. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you that one really. I'll tell you guys that one just to be honest here about that. So I was at this bar called Rialto's in Portland. There's a pool table. Some guy from Ireland. He said he was once in the IRA. He bought me a bunch of shots of Bushmills after I had already had Goldschlagers somewhere else. Then I just was so, drunk, unfortunately, that I was crawling down the street on all fours, went to a bar, and they wouldn't let me in, but I was surprised. Like, why didn't you let me in? But I was, like, literally crawling on the ground. I mean, of course they're not going to let me in, right? So then I made it back to Rialto's, and I was just curled up in a ball on the ground. I kind of remember some of this. And then all of a sudden my wallet's missing, and my car was downtown, right? No, this is a real story. This is about, 20 years ago. And I was curled up in a ball in there, and I was just like, I didn't have my wallet or anything. So somebody threw the cab driver $20, and they just took me home. And I don't even know how the hell I made it upstairs. Oh my God, you made it upstairs? How did Kanika do it? Yeah, so anyways, I made it upstairs, and then I got really sick during the night and everything. But the weird part is when I woke up in the morning, I said to myself, how do I didn't know where my car was, because I'd never been to that bar before. So my car was downtown, and so I called my brother up, and he drove me downtown, and we had to go back up and down all the streets of Portland downtown until we finally came across my car. Okay? So there you go. That's a real story that happened once. I think that guy was sneaking some crap with I don't know, what do you call it? The Bushmills, I think it was. Look at that. Amazing Grace said, is this a joke? I don't know, Amazing Grace. Who are you? You comment all the time in here like you're sort of some sort of overseer of people, okay? It's getting really old, tiresome. I'm just telling you a story, okay? Something that actually happened to me a long time ago. Well, I'm the person that's going to remove you from the channel. I'm getting sick of your stupid comments. Okay? Have a good one. Yeah. Good luck to you. God. Like it's little passive-aggressive comments throughout the show. You guys have heard me keep referring to it, right? Trying to be a little sneaky here, sneaky there, little stupid comments. Probably one of those vindictive types, too. All right. That's it for that. Now we're going to do the flyby here. And I guess we're going to go to the Great Rift Valley. See what happens here. And I know that wasn't really somebody named Amazing Grace, so they shouldn't be offended. Got to get the screen up there for you guys. Woo! The Great Rift Valley. The Moonwalker. Wow, the Great Rift Valley. Look at the alluvial fan right there. All right, everybody, thank you for showing up tonight. I appreciate it, and you know, thanks for listening to my story. I hope I didn't make too big of an ass of myself by having a drink that somebody else said that they were going to have, the guest, but they didn't have. And there's Blue right there. He'll be going to bed here shortly. And that's it. All right. So thank you very much for all showing up and supporting the channel. I appreciate it. I had a good time. I hope you guys did too. And that's it. So until next time, everybody, be safe out there.